Oh, reconnection successful. Screw you. All right.
Because it's your fault your parents split up then.
Oh.
That's why I won't love you.
So, I mentioned before I want revenge on a few specific individuals.
Was Lady Nyla one of them? Cappy mentioned she was on the ship.
I wouldn't mind getting some measure of vengeance on her, but...
So she works for the Red Ravens now, huh?
Yeah. She claimed she wanted to drag her family name through the mud just to get back at them for some reason.
Her family are really nice people, so no.
She wasn't. She was rude to my crew. She wasn't very nice to me. And then I decided to let it slide. Transitions can be rough.
Yeah.
And then she stabbed me in the back. Well, she didn't literally stab me in the back. She just provided an opening for someone else to stab me in the back. He turns around and pulls off part of his shirt, and you see that there is a fresh scar.
Oh my gosh. Are you okay?
I
Can we heal
am
that?
now. Okay. Amazing what a good night's sleep will get you.
Yeah, I know, right? Holy cow. Well, not all nobles are like that, you know, but
10 feet of her.
you'll
Gets
be
a
sure.
No,
Sorry.
some of them are
On
just
all
insufferably
ability checks.
boring.
So like the
Yeah.
saving throws on all saving throws.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
sorry to hear that.
Around
She took your ship from you.
I get plus 30. and
Well, if we
everyone
ever
gets
come
plus
across her, you'll be sure we'll fight her.
Yeah.
Take her
Sounds
ship back. Or your ship
good.
back.
Plus 9 to her charisma save.
What I really want is to go back to Rakanto and find that Captain Clyde and challenge him to a duel.
Why? What did he do?
He...
Anybody within 10 feet of my character.
Roll a persuasion
plus
check on that.
Oh, okay.
Saves. I took a feat.
What feet?
I don't know.
That's 11.
Sorry, which one's the aura thing?
Yeah, I have aura of protection.
That's from your paladin.
Oh,
That's
Lord
right.
Protection.
I took the alert feat. That's how I'm a plus 7 to initiative.
Yes,
Yeah, alert. Alert's fun.
Your initiative should be plus 9.
I don't know why it's plus 7 then.
It's Dex plus that plus 7.
I think it's plus 5 to
It
initiative.
is plus 5.
So that's why it's plus 7.
There is plus 5 to initiative.
Anyway,
It's an 11.
11. Good to see you. Have you... You seem kind of young. You ever
I'm 43.
been in
What?
love?
What paladin are you?
Not yet.
Devotion.
Boys are kind of...
Yeah, so,
I have. Holding count.
that happened, and,
Nope,
well...
I'm not going to say anything about that.
Someone hurt someone close to me, and that's about all I'll get to for now.
Well.
Do you have a sister by any chance?
No.
Okay.
Although my...
Do you have a sister?
If I had one, I don't know about it.
My father is a fiend,
Oh.
so
Spit out my water.
I exist, then it's likely others might exist.
Okay.
If you exist.
She's
not sure.
she looked similar to you,
So
a
glad I
blue
brought you along.
tiefling. Yeah.
Where did you see this person?
I'm so tired.
Roll persuasion.
I had a monster for breakfast. He's much better at those.
I had
than me.
animal fries for breakfast. That's
Uh,
what I had
Shut
animal
up with you
fries.
guys.
15.
15?
That, like,
String cheese.
Well, you see, but I met her in an orphanage in Rakanto when I was just a little kid. And
What do you mean?
She got
Oh,
adopted by
interested in your
gnomes.
character.
I hadn't seen her for
You
years.
said animal fries.
And
Were
as
you invited to his animal fries?
as a young
Yeah,
adult,
sorry.
we met again, and we planned on marrying. And then Captain Kaiden showed up, and uncommon races aren't perceived well in Recanto, so he raided the place for the good of the people, of course. Cracked some skulls, took her as some form of a devil worshipper, tortured her until she confessed to anything he wanted, and burned her. And tieflings take a long time to burn.
Yes,
So I swore revenge. My powers began manifesting, and one of these days I'm gonna go back there. And I'm gonna plant, either I'm gonna learn Glyph of Warding, I'm gonna learn Delayed Blast Fireball, I'm gonna plant it on the back of that guy's skull, and we're gonna have a duel. One that he won't walk away from.
I put my hand on Sarah's shoulder.
Well, I admire your convictions. I can't say I entirely approve of your methods, but
He's currently, last I checked, captain of Recanto City Guard. Recanto's a metropolis. It's near impenetrable to get into unless they don't want you there. It's also kind of hard to leave if you have no means. The elite stay there, stay corrupt. Their reach is long, and, well, I believe that you should do unto others as you like them to do unto you. Generally. But specifically, turnabout's fair play.
I told you he was a cool
I can't
character.
imagine a group like us would have an easy time getting into Recanto.
We could friggin' try.
Well, that's why I joined the pirates.
Book that could help.
To get more powerful, to one day, no one could stop me. If you are concerned about the moral ramifications of my piracy, I mostly, you know how you don't hear of many other pirates besides the Red Ravens? Any other pirate band that started, I hunted them down. Made sure the Red Ravens were the only pirates in the sea. While I don't care for the Ravens, stop the others.
I guess that is admirable to some degree, but
I know I did some bad along with the potential good I've caused, but what I really want to know is if whoever took me down did it just for themselves or if they had orders. I wasn't quiet when I left about Kaiden.
No.
Well, while we're getting deep into my wonderful youth, any other questions?
Yes. Are you and Gabby a thing? You seem awfully close.
She is 19 years old.
And you're an elf.
I'm 58.
And I'm 43.
We're both half elves.
Oh. Moving on.
Corbin, she's like, they have similar personalities. I think I could get them to go together.
half elves are twice age of humans.
Roughly like 150, 80-ish,
Okay.
but they mature roughly the same age.
Okay.
So, well, a little slower, so like 20-ish is adulthood.
Okay.
She's not like my
There would
child.
be some legal issues about that. I would have to bring up.
No, I'd agree with you. There's some natural issues there.
You're okay with
This
Mrs.
me
Corbin not
blowing
knowing all the
up.
information.
No, she's a bit like a kindred spirit. nervous around new things, struggles with feeling at home in any one place, ready to perhaps jump up and leave at a moment's notice if things get too tough. And that was my childhood. So I thought I can give her a place that's relatively safe. And she stuck with me for 2 years.
Well, you know, you're not the only person I know who's done bad stuff in their past, but you're trying to get better, and you seem like a cool guy. Can I give you a hug?
Roll persuasion.
Oh.
Aww. I want to help her, Trude. Can I help her?
You can do that.
Can I help her?
10.
10.
Can I help her?
If you can, he would have said yes.
Hang on.
He's reading.
How do you help with a hug?
I don't know. I just know that you can help people.
Sure.
Cool. And I give him a big hug.
He kind of like pats you on the back with one hand. Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
That was fun.
You get the sense he's not experienced with hugs.
Ray will fix this.
Any other questions?
Hmm?
How did you stay on the ship?
What did you say?
Dun dun dun.
Do you speak Infernal?
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Jesus.
Oh boy. That's great.
He does say one more thing. If you want to know any more about Cabby, you should probably ask her yourself.
She doesn't seem all that forthright with information, to be honest.
No,
She's
she
not
really liked
because she's, well, I can
Plus,
tell you
she
one
said
thing.
she stabbed a guy.
Yes, that would be her dad.
I've stabbed lots of guys.
I would like to make one comment though. If you want to be her friend,
Aww.
don't go to her and say, hey, let's have a drink.
Why?
She and alcohol
She like our Dana?
I already asked her to be my friend.
do not like each other.
Oh. Did
I
they have
already
a
asked.
grudge? What?
Sure, she has a grudge against alcohol. We can say that.
So the opposite of our Dana.
Yeah. You know how forceful she was? I heard last night, or the night before, last night, during the, or the night before, during the party,
Yes.
and she just kept egging people on to drink more and more and more.
That was the plan.
She's used to seeing people stupid with it.
Yeah, it does make people act silly.
Anyway. So, unless you guys have any more questions or things you do.
No.
Some more time goes by, and as you're walking on the path,
What happened to 2 or 3? Like, everybody left.
you hear a voice call out from, what's your passive perception?
Me?
Yes.
She's on the boat.
Oh, you're on the boat. Never mind. Passive perceptions, please.
Passive perception.
16.
Can I just say I'm there? Because Michaela is regretting it.
Too late.
I know.
12. Wait, should that have gone up at some point?
No, passive.
Yeah. Up here. I don't know your name on the right.
13.
Oh, you guys.
I feel like that should have...
13?
13.
16.
16? 16.
Because I am Wood Elf.
Owl.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Mine's 11.
Okay.
I'm not cheating.
As
Yeah,
you guys are
explain.
walking
It's not
by,
cheating, I'm just min-maxed.
you hear a voice from behind you. So who are you and what's your business here on Saagarvan? And you guys turn around, you see no one.
Take out my mace. Who's there? Take out sword. Yeah.
You first, travelers.
I apologize. We were shipwrecked here, and we're heading towards town to
It's the diplomatic one, hush.
to hopefully find help of preparing our ship. If we were encroaching on anyone's territory, we are humbly sorry. We're not aware of it.
Roll persuasion.
Ha! I'm great at that. That's 21.
Okay.
you say I'm great at that. I'm like, not if you're rolling out one. And then I'm
Yeah,
worried
I rolled a 4 earlier and came out as a 15.
So he, parting through some bushes,
I can't roll that.
almost silently as he kind of creeps out.
Can I see him with my dark vision?
It's not dark.
It's not
So,
dark.
yeah, you can see it with normal vision. You can see it in color.
Sweet.
Ooh,
Oh.
we're not black and white
I
anymore.
thought it was
So-
approaching evening.
He, you see, kind of his hand reach out from the bush, and he kind of on all threes, hops out with a bow in his other hand.
He's
Oh,
all
yeah.
with one and with the bone.
And he kind of suddenly hops out of the bush, stands upright, keeping quite a distance, and the arrow knocked but not drawn.
Sword pointed, but not stabbing through.
I would like to push Noria's sword down.
That would
Put
cut
the
your
mace
hand.
away.
Your hand.
I said I put it away.
Said sword. I'm a
Tal
very literal person.
gives his most charming smile.
Great.
Our luck, he spits at the guy.
Pretty charming. He's 19. He's like, hey, we're kind of new in the area. And Quarrick turns around and he's going to
You heard me, see.
performance and persuasion. That is still okay. Oh, that's fine. You see, there was quite a big commotion. There's a mutiny on the ship. We were lost with nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And suddenly our ship must have hit a rock or something, and we
Yeah.
started sinking, and, well, here we be.
Traveling to your smoke.
Ooh.
So look at Hunter looks at you.
What did you roll?
Total 24. We're just here to repair the ship and then we'll be off the island as soon as possible.
All right. We're just a little. He puts the arrow back. We're just cautious on the islands.
Well, for fair reason, this is the Fiend's Triangle.
Yes, not a lot of fiends, but a lot of.
Triangles.
We're not involved.
Triangles.
He walks up to you guys. Kind of looks all around you, kind of sizing each of you up.
Hello, I'm Nuria, the Lagain Hatter Bunny.
Oh, you beat me to it.
My name is Runelfer.
How do you
God bless
spell it?
you.
R-A-N-N.
Wait, sorry again, sorry.
R-A-N-N-U-L-F-R.
Wrong with her.
Nice to meet you, Oliver. I'm Rhea.
Nice to meet you.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Taliesin.
Serenity Callahan.
Serenity. Do you frequently have an owl on your head?
It's a recent addition, but I plan on keeping it.
It's pretty new. Isn't it cute?
He shrugs. And
Wouldn't
you
you keep
are.
an owl on your head?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does that owl poop? Okay.
It is magical.
It's magical. It doesn't
I'm
really
just
need
curious
to.
because
It's
it's
a
like
spirit that takes the form
Okay.
of a, and this
That's
happens
what
to be a celestial spirit.
that's what I assumed, but I'm just like,
Strange.
is she just gonna have like poop on her head?
Planning to keep it. Maybe not. Quark. And how ya doing, laddie? My name is Wildus.
I give him like a gentle smack on the shoulder.
Also, owls don't poop. No, they have.
That's true.
Don't they pellet and
Yeah, they pellet. I don't think they poop.
Because they pellet like bones that they can't digest.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's the same as pooping. No, doesn't it come out of their
If a
mouth?
goat
Yeah,
makes
it comes out of their mouth.
Okay.
Do
Do
owls
poop? Poop.
I'm done. Bye.
Sorry.
Yes, they do poop,
They do?
but but most of it comes out as pellets.
Okay.
Hour.
Okay.
Anywho,
Fun. Hey, now we can mark that this was an educational video. And life-changing. Give me like a little
No, I get you.
mark all
so
over.
Ranulfer is looking at you guys all. Yeah.
Do you, not you, Rollifer,
Yes.
are you just like leading a troop? Can we go? What's the
You're going towards the
Town.
village.
yes, town? Village?
I'll guide you there.
Thank you. That would be super helpful. Do you? We have a couple I'm trying to show them the list.
No.
We need like craftsmen, someone who can fix a large ship.
Do you happen to have a shipping yard in the village?
I was gonna
Did
show them
you
the
come
list
in
with
a
all spy
large
stuff.
boat, or was it some smaller ones?
It's a fairly
pretty
large
big.
boat.
Nothing specialized towards that, but we
At least it was.
have some craftsmen. We have some smaller shipping for fishing mostly, and for going from island to island. Some more like long ships.
Any of help that you can give would be greatly appreciated.
You should also probably notice Ben should notice the big plume of smoke from the bodies that we just left.
Oh, he's noticed.
Okay, just saying.
He's been waiting for you.
Gotcha.
So you guys head back
I'm sorry, it's going
to the village, and as he walks in, it's like a medieval village, a lot of wattle and daub with thatched roofed huts. It's relatively muddy streets with some small docks here and there. Over like near close to the ocean. There is sort of like an elevation change where like there's a higher part of the town goes into a lower part of the town. Calling it a village is perhaps a little small. Calling it a town implies a bit too much. It's like a large city. There's definitely
It's a settlement.
it's a settlement.
There we go.
I mean, anywhere people settle is a settlement. So,
terminology though.
it's so there's some larger buildings that are well made or better made.
What's the population numbers?
It's roughly 1,500 people.
1,000 and 1/2 person.
Yes.
So what's the name
specifically.
of this town?
Waldehnstock.
Oh.
It means something, and I don't know what that is. Whoever named it's long dead. God rest his soul. Any souls can find rest here.
Wow. You don't like it here then?
Well, it's a tough life. It's survival day by day, and not all who find themselves in the Fiend's Triangle are fit for it. Some adapt perfectly fine here. Some find it more of a challenge.
How did most of you get here?
Some by accident, shipwrecks, some explorers trying to discover the secrets of the Fiend's Triangle. Some lost sailors just found their way here, some through teleportation accidents.
Alright.
Anyway, someone gets lost.
All of the above.
We'll find someone here.
Gotcha.
So are you a hunter? I noticed you were in the woods with a bow.
Yes.
Cool.
And it was pointed.
Well,
Not the point.
You mentioned
scared
it
away.
being
It's the
a
point.
survival every day. Is there any trouble that your village needs help with?
needs help with no, but there is a natural order here that is perhaps not natural where you came from. Don't go outdoors at night. Don't go to the forest at night. I'd recommend staying away from the mountains at night, but if you have to be a mountain, find a mountain top at
That
night.
means more monsters.
Is there a lot of monsters?
Well, it wouldn't be called the Fiend's Triangle if it was sunshine and rainbows.
Because there's a lot of
What kinds of monsters are here?
fiends are bad people.
Fiends are.
Some of it's local
Like
superstition,
demon
I'm
style.
sure. Things that go bump in the night and whatnot,
talking
and
about
snatch
bad
babies
people
out of
this whole
I
cradles.
had no idea.
This whole time I thought we were talking
Some
about bad people,
idiot
not
village.
that a fiend was an actual thing.
No,
A
fiend
fiend
doesn't.
How
an
many
actual
times have I
thing?
said my father is a fiend?
I thought you were just talking about a bad person!
No.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Sarah
legitimately
is
think
literally like.
My father was not a demon or a devil. He's a
Caterpillar.
Arcanoloth.
Arcanoloth.
Yeah.
I can show you a
He's
picture.
a daemon.
Yeah, no, they're not.
No, we clarified
When
which is foodle. We found
which
out
is
he was
why
a fiend. Like, can we
I
clarify what a fiend
clarified
is?
is like which
Adriaticus was a
is, or
fiend.
Yeah.
You don't know D&D stuff that much. It's fine. That's why I asked. Like,
It's
do
not
you
fine.
know?
Well, we keep saying fiend. I'm like, oh, horrible person.
So there's devils, demons, and Yugoloths. And they're called Yugoloths because of the Satanic Panic. It was daemons. It's demons with an A-E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Demons.
So there's chaotic evil, which is demons.
Gotcha.
Neutral evil
Which
is
the lots.
Arcanoloths, or sorry, Yugoloths. And then lawful evil is devils. But they're all fiends.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know they were all fiends.
Yeah.
So.
I thought fiends was a subclass.
So
I
then,
was wrong.
if they are like evil, they would just be evil people. Like you can have.
Ladies and gentlemen, my father.
Are you serious?
That is my father, everybody.
The top one.
The top one. That is my father.
So you're like.
Did
part
they always
fox?
take fox forms? Or did they take different forms?
It's debatable. What is...
But you're
She's a tiefling.
It's a blue tiefling.
It depends
with
on,
horns.
it depends on the
Okay.
heritage.
Not
They
a
can-
fox.
No,
Our
they can look
Canoloths
different.
are sly, jackal-headed beings with humanoid bodies, but they can employ magic to take any humanoid form. They do so to gain the trust of creatures with whom they negotiate, replacing jackal snarls with winsome smiles. Regardless of its chosen form, an Arcanoloth appears well-groomed, clothing itself in fine robes. Highly intelligent spellcasters who hunger for knowledge and power. Arcanoloths command units of lesser Yugoloths and maintain contracts, records, and accounts of their kind.
She sort of inherited the lawyer aspect from him.
Right.
Yeah,
But
that's-
not the features.
No,
Who
to-
was your mother?
so tieflings can be
Yeah.
born by a tiefling and a tiefling, a fiend of any variety, and a human.
Oh.
Whole lot of magic crap just happens, and tiefling's born.
That's why
Helen has a
Yeah.
tiefling kid, just because all the magic crap that
Because-
happened.
she transformed while she was pregnant.
She was
that
near.
didn't go well.
She was near an
Yeah.
item,
At
an
least it
artifact
wasn't
of a
a
god
bubble.
while pregnant. She shapeshifted while pregnant. She fought off a evil god's curse while pregnant.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so-
While shapeshifted as a unicorn.
So the
Alright,
tiefling isn't like it can be between, but
I'm
it's
staying away from that.
Or the baby's just cursed when born and turns into a tiefling. Or you get reincarnated as a tiefling.
Arcanoloths speak and write all languages, make them cunning diplomats and negotiators. An Arcanoloth, properly paid, can broker treaties or alliances with subtlety and finesse, just as an Arcanoloth who changes sides can easily turn the best-laid peace talks into all-out war. What the Fiend demands in exchange for its time and talent is information, as well as powerful magic items that it can trade for even more information. Wow. I never realized how perfect that is for being my father.
Right.
so
Wow.
yeah, the one
Gotcha.
from the first boat wasn't just a bad guy. He
Adriaticus.
was he was like
He's a
an
Morenoloth.
all out.
He's a cross between Karen of the River Styx, the guy who ferries the dead across the River Styx,
Okay, yeah, got it, yeah.
The guy from Undertale.
and
cat boat.
there's a Scandinavian version as well who has a boat made out of fingernails of the dead,
Ah,
Ew.
kind of like him as well.
That's awesome.
Basically, he is the ocean captain version, and he has all sorts of boat related powers.
I am more charismatic than my father is, though. That is something to be said.
dude.
You inherited your mother's looks.
And my father's intelligence.
Wow. All right. Thank you for clarifying.
No idea who my mother was.
Legitimately thought we were talking about bad people.
No.
Hey,
Hey, crew members who get shipwrecked, they're all bad people. Like,
So,
island of bad people. That's what I thought we were walking.
things that go bump in the night. One fool villagers decided that he saw a werewolf about, but he saw a regular wolf and got scared.
Though most superstitions are often grounded in some kind of fact, so
Oh yes,
It
don't
is-
go out at night. The wolves will kill you.
there is that.
I hunt during the day to keep them to a minimum.
We're going to Amandris for that.
We're not
Down
supposed
the
to-
line. Wanted to go get XP while fighting.
So, as you guys are kind of at the top, I am unofficially one of the leaders of Waldehnstock.
If you don't mind me asking, who is officially the leader of Waldehnstock?
Officially, no one.
It's a village.
There's always
There was a mayor about a year back, but
He quickly was assassinated.
he died.
Oh, he was assassinated.
Well, he went out into the forest on some hunt, wanted to relive the glory days of being a noble with their fox hunts, and thought that wolves were an ideal prey, which, why not? It's exciting, life and death. And he quickly became the hunted rather than the hunter, because he didn't know a thing about hunting.
That's okay. At least he's more exciting than my dad. He's a history teacher. There's not much there.
That sounds very safe.
Sounds very boring.
Also that. So,
Can you point us in the direction of people that can help us with the boat?
check near the docks, find anyone in a boat. They might be able to help.
Alright.
If you have any other questions,
Comments or concerns?
talk to me or
Description
other people
box
know where to
below.
find me. Other than that, I have a
Like,
few
share,
questions
subscribe,
for
and
you.
bottom of the screen.
Me?
Any one of you.
Oh.
I could.
Look at me!
Just,
Yeah.
well, you're a
Go
little
ahead. Yeah.
tall.
You're welcome. Continue.
If the rest of you would like to go on ahead and do whatever it is you're looking for, and I can just speak to one of you, that's
Sure.
fine.
This is gonna be dangerous.
Alright. What do you want to talk about? And we walk to the side.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
you didn't
boy.
speak up fast enough.
Okay.
I need to
I'm
be. I
gonna-
need to be there to make first impressions to the town.
I'm
So
gonna
Okay.
let your character do
Um,
a thing and trust that you won't screw everything over.
So,
Let's see.
Talsum's like, I'll see what the people are like around the village.
Okay. Good luck, girlfriend. Talk to this random guy.
Quark's
Hey,
like,
we are stable in our relationship.
You've known him for like a week.
Shut up.
Quark is,
Our
I'll
relationship
be
is
sticking
great.
with you fine folk ever since I lost me eye. I need a little bit of help. What are you guys doing?
Yes, Wilson, we know.
Go to the boat.
I'm going to start go look around for people who can help
Make
and
an
ask if anyone
you can come
needs
up
help
behind
themselves.
us, you know.
make an investigation check.
Decide you didn't
Huh,
need help.
I'm great at that.
NPC.
That is a 26.
Nope, I'm
It's
done.
not
Extra
hard
following.
to find the craftsman in this
I'm gonna
village.
use the restroom and go do character
It's not
stuff.
huge.
Okay.
It's not tiny, but it's not huge. So listen for the ringing. You found the blacksmith.
Yep.
Listen to the sound of axes and hammering. Found the carpenters. Look at the dudes in the boat. Hey, they know stuff about boats. It's not really hard. You feel like your talents are a little wasted here. But sure enough, you find people who are
Thanks to Noble Bird
willing to help work on parts of a boat or lend
So we're
tools or
really
expertise.
should've gone
They're very unwilling to lend tools.
That's understandable.
I'll talk to Ben and see.
But some supplies are pretty
Just
pretty
saying.
easy going about because like yeah, forest, and they all kind of give you the same warning. Lock your doors after night and don't head out and about.
What time of day is it?
At this point, it's about 4 in the afternoon.
Hey Ben.
Yeah?
Is it okay if I say that like about a couple minutes after they first set off, I realized that like they had everything set up, and I'm like maybe I should come with, and so I followed.
She's getting bored sitting around.
I'm getting bored.
Sure. You'll get there about 4:30.
Okay.
Unless you want to dash and risk it in the forest.
No.
Good. Because
Don't go out
there's
at
a
night.
table for that. So you start looking around, and are you mentioning where your ship is and stuff specifically, or are you just saying that generally, like your ship needs repairs, or like what are you asking about?
Not specifically telling where it is. It's trying to find people who would be willing to help.
Did our
Want
tables stay
to
up?
try and gather
Yeah.
to a
Okay.
big enough group, and then
A lot of them seem nervous of the concept of leaving the village. Oh, there's like a wooden wall.
got it.
And some of them express a little bit of concern that they are close to the ocean, which is very good. They're on a peninsula, which is makes it pretty easy for them to get out to sea to do fishing or whatnot, and still remain pretty close to safety. They are downhill, which means that it's a defensible position in case of any form of real attack. It's a downhill fight against them.
Yeah.
However, since they do mention that it's mostly wolves, wildlife, etc., organization isn't much of an issue, but still, it's like a thing. But they all discuss, mention some type of fear of leaving the village, or reluctance to leave the village unless they adequately believe that they would be safe.
Flat, flat.
Okay.
Cute.
Is there? I asked
I'm
if
so
there's
fed
any
up
way
with
we
you
can
right now.
I know.
prove that we're capable of protecting them.
What persuasion check on that?
I'm great at that.
So I missed something.
Ha! 21.
No, he skipped me and went straight to Kelton.
A lot of the people kind of don't talk much
sorry,
like
that was a time I could
issues.
say that.
Ben,
Uh,
please continue.
I mentioned like a lot of fear and issues.
That was her!
Ma'am, language.
That was not me.
Well, the language thing was me, but what she said wasn't enough.
Anyway,
I will throw candy corn
so
at you.
Kelton, I did this with Alex earlier. There's a whole lot of people not talking about. So they talk about, can we help you? Is there anything dangerous about? They begin not speaking of the issues until one person's like, well, there are the ladies.
If you don't mind my asking, who are the ladies?
A bit to the north and a bit to the east, you'll find a lake and a bit of a bog. And there's 3 ladies at the bog.
There's 3.
They hold a lot of power over the area.
Are they hags?
I'd like not best to name them, sir. Ma'am. Sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry, I'm telling you off. I'd rather not name them, ma'am.
Staring into
Okay,
Kelton's
I
eyes.
understand.
They're
Done.
all much we know about them is that there's 3 of them, and some folks say that they protect this island and this town and those in it, but anyone who crosses her ends up in a bad way. I don't feel like we're much under their protection. I feel like we're more under their thumb. No one knows you heard this from me.
We're
Of
not
course.
saving this town.
Yes, we are.
We can't.
I am saving this town.
My gosh.
A bit
Stop
before
trying
you
to
get
save
there.
This town
NPCs.
is.
Can we get
this
the
town will
freaking
be
books
safe
and go?
because I am here.
Oh my gosh.
So
Every NPC you talk to gets us wound up somewhere we don't need to be.
You know what?
I really
you
wanna
never know.
I really want to hear your best All Might impression.
What do you think I've been doing every time I say I'm great at that?
Yourself?
Yeah, it's moving. It's not great, but I haven't been trying a lot.
I'm just teasing.
It's a work in progress. I'm going to save this town.
So, meanwhile, you are
it's
talking.
XP, guys. Come on.
We don't
True.
get XP for
And
anything,
monsters.
Kelton.
Huh, well, in that case, I'll scrap that thing. Alright, so.
We haven't been getting XP.
We haven't
You
been doing
just
anything.
murdered Orange Crew and leveled up.
Yeah, he's got
That
a point.
was. We had to wait 4
We also
freaking
didn't
weeks.
do
Whose
anything.
fault was
Yeah.
that?
We also, he's got a point.
I had a death trap waiting for you guys. Go there.
Boo.
So,
Noted. Not going to default
So-
here.
what brings
I
you
think he meant-
and your
The
Team.
ruin the necromancy.
and your friends to the Fiend's Triangle?
Interesting then that.
My conversation.
Oh, you're talking to that one. Mm-hmm.
It's a long story.
I have time.
Alright.
What is this guy? Is he an elf?
Oh, he's a human.
Human, okay.
Should I show him the map? Is there even a point? I don't know. So...
For a girl that's paranoid, you are very trusting.
Well, I'm deciding. I'm not talking about the books.
Not yet.
You have very little faith. We have
I'm not the cleric. I'm the lawyer.
Me neither. Our captain needed our help. His crew was holding him hostage. We were trying to find a way to get the crew off or get him away, and they were tracking him, and there was like this whole thing. And so we ended up just kind of floating for a while.
I just want to clear something up.
Yeah.
His crew was tracking him
Yes.
on his own ship.
Yes.
Not a lot of places to hide.
He had a big green stone in his back, and they were using it to control him. Kind of. Not mentally, but like...
But to keep tabs
Yeah,
on...
like blackmail.
That's interesting.
Yeah. He said he worked
That
for
exists.
the... Yeah, right?
Do you have it?
Yeah.
No, I thought we dumped that overboard so they wouldn't be able to track him anymore.
I thought we kept it because it was pretty.
No, that was a joke because I put it in a Ziploc bag. It was a joke. We
Did
dumped
you
it
keep
because
the
they could
stone?
still use the stone to track him.
Yes.
Did you keep the stone?
I really want to keep the stone, but I won't because it's stupid. And I didn't have
Do you have it?
No, we apparently threw it into the ocean.
Makes sense if it was.
Well, because it was tracking
Track.
him.
That,
And then,
understandable.
In the-
Wish I could have seen it though.
yeah, I think we have pictures. Drawings. I don't know. It was big and green and glowing and scary. And his
We're
bones were
sprigging in his
attached to
journal
it,
and we need 'em.
which doesn't make sense because it was in his back and his bones shouldn't have been able to do it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We took it out. We threw it over in the water, and then we attempted to get his crew to leave, and they refused. And we ended up having to kill quite a bit of them. And in the process, we damaged the boat. And while it was floating, we apparently went into the Fiend's Triangle, and then wound up on an island. And we don't really know how we got to the island. We just are here.
I want you to roll a persuasion check and a deception
I
check.
Suck.
In that order.
Why a deception?
Because we know exactly how we got here.
Yeah.
Oh.
The best
But
lies are
which-
mostly true.
2 19s!
Are you
Nice.
serious?
Okay, that's way better than I was expecting. Huh? I thought I would have to run in and save your butt.
Total
No.
19?
Yeah!
Oh, dude.
Well, I have 0 to both of those.
Noreen
Oh
just
my
gets a
God.
My
bunch of
charisma
again.
is horrible. It's just a straight roll.
Sweet.
Well, fortunately
That's why
for you,
command
his
breaks
insight's
really
also pretty much a straight roll. So he's like,
Calm emotions is a charisma
Well,
saving
it's
throw, which is why it
basically
keeps
the
working.
truth.
yeah,
just left
the best
out-
lies are mostly true.
Yeah.
Which is why the persuasion and then as deception. But it's like,
Yeah.
huh,
So what one?
chaotic times makes
So what
sense.
one-handed?
Yes,
So
with rifle.
he did say that, like, the captain worked for the Red Ravens, and the Red Ravens were after him. I know that they're in the Fiend's Triangle, which is why he was going in that direction anyway. And that he doesn't want to be a part of the Red Ravens anymore. He's got the tattoo on his shoulder and everything. It's really creepy. But they were holding him hostage, so we helped him.
Understand.
Specifically my crew. All of the people that are left on the boat are loyal to each other. I don't know, to the team.
Okay.
The boat is his. The team is mine, kind of.
And so, the boat
Yeah.
has wrecked upon this island.
Yes. The
Okay.
front of it is obliterated.
I would recommend.
I diplomated. I diplomated.
I would recommend finding some way to defend whatever of the boat is open overnight, or find some safe area on that to barricade for whoever's still there.
Right.
Like I said before, night can be dangerous here.
Is it just the wolves? Are we looking at like demons coming and attacking us? Creepers?
No,
The silent AirPod attackers? Like
I haven't seen any actual fiends in my time hunting here, but wolves, certainly, other wild animals. It seems odd that there are as many wolves as there are on this island. It's not a very large island.
Yeah.
So, my personal theory is that some portal to the Feywild or some divine being has decided to curse this island and just spawn wolves on it.
There's a wolf spawner in the forest.
I want to hand him an area map
Okay?
to our specific area where we think we're at and see if he knows what this symbol is.
Looks at that. No? No, I don't recognize... I'm a relatively simple man. I hunt. I protect the area.
I get you.
And
Barbarian.
I don't like troublemakers.
Fair enough.
So as long as you don't make trouble, we'll be fine.
Do you know of anybody that could help? Like, the symbol... Do you know anybody who would know what the symbol is? We got this map, and the symbols are already on it. Does it have anything to do with your island?
Perhaps some of the older villagers, but I doubt it. We're mostly concerned with our own survival.
Gotcha. Do you know where you're at, world map-wise?
In the Fiend Triangle, in Saagarvan.
Oh. So if I... Okay.
Gesundheit.
And around this point, you do walk into the village and he looks over. Do you know that one?
Which one?
Hi, Naria.
Yeah.
How well?
Oh, crap!
I just met her this morning.
I just met
Actually,
her.
how did you get on this island?
No, miss.
Did he just pop you there? Oh, okay.
Basically,
doing that.
while conversing with Saloon over other matters, there was the moon reflecting into, the crescent moon, just as it's about to fade into nothingness. You stepped into a pool of water and walk out on the island.
Okay, so it wasn't like a poof, like I knew it was
Yeah, it was
happening.
a walk through the water. You'll show up there. Okay.
Okay, so okay.
Cool. I just met her, and that's another complicated story.
Did you meet her on the boat?
No.
Hi.
No. We
No,
have...
it's non-binary.
We have a person on our team named Ardena. She's still at the boat. She got cursed by her god to have to kill a monster. We killed one of the people who turned into a zombie, and then her god showed up and brought her, who I just point at, and I assume you're over there and you wave at me or whatever. I don't know how close you are, so I'm going to say you're over there and you wave at me because I'm kind of whispering to him. And
Right
then
now I'm just trying to look.
her god brought her and said that she needs to help us, and she was staying at the boat. Hi.
I'll have a bit of a talk with her.
Okay.
I'm just picturing your character if you went on that much of a roller coaster ride around different topics, but with Namfudo while he was trying to act senile and the chaos that would ensue then.
Oh my gosh.
Well, welcome to Waldehnstock. And
Thank
he
you.
walks away from you.
Thank you for your
Question?
help.
Yes.
How much would Sarah know about Arcana?
Make a religion check.
Oh, I'm... Okay,
Arcana what?
I just
That's a
try
22.
to spit
Okay.
as many facts as I
Um,
can in one
studying your
continuous line
heritage,
and call
you
it a
studied,
story. That's
kind
like
of some of the
Naria's
different
way of
tiers,
telling
and
a
it
story.
seems
I like it.
from what you knew, Yugoloth must have been it, and Arcanoloth makes. If you do in fact inherit traits, probably Arcanoloth is your dad.
That's disturbing how... okay.
Yeah.
That's worrying.
So,
I'm becoming my father.
Ronalfer walks
I'm
up to
becoming
you.
my mother.
Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Dentriava. Dentriava. There
I
we go.
wave at you and go, I'm gonna go over
Dentrata.
here.
You keep adding an I.
I'm Ronalfer, and I am
Dentrothiana.
He's the guard.
one of the people in charge of this.
Dentrothiana.
Settlement.
Dentrothiana.
So?
We're not here to cause trouble. I'm assuming you've heard.
It just keeps getting.
I've heard that
And
story before, and sometimes it's true.
Fair enough.
Can I find them?
Just
Or one of them?
I don't want to go over the whole conversation. Just like to ask, why are you here?
I'm just kind of
answer.
I'm just kind of following.
Long story. How much time we got?
I have lots of time.
Okay, good. So they went to one of the rooms on a map she has, and one of their party members died.
Mood anymore. The bikini.
The god Nomus, the one I worship and I'm a paladin of, rose her back to life, and he sent me to help them out on their quest.
I see. Roll persuasion.
Find a job like a responsible adult.
Says the 43-year-old.
I only did that because I wanted to be the oldest and youngest person in the party simultaneously.
Which you're not.
She's such a brat.
No,
I love it.
But you're not the youngest.
He looks at you.
Not yet.
I used to be 53. I changed.
She
it
is
later.
I don't know that much about the gods and their minions, but
Minions is debatable.
just know
You're
I am keeping an eye on you. Nothing personal. I'm keeping an eye on all of you.
understand.
Strangers, I get it. I do.
Few ground rules.
Okay.
Don't harass people.
Of course not.
And don't be outdoors at night.
Okay.
That one's mostly for your own safety.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Alright.
Well, she's so
There are a few individuals
Okay.
that can be out at night.
Okay.
Mostly guards, the people I've hand chosen to help the village out. Not that I doubt your capabilities or that of your friends. I just don't know you and I don't like wild cards.
I get it.
Good. Welcome to Waldehnstock.
Thank you. What did you just call me?
I made a pun.
Oh, okay.
What'd you say?
Oh, Kimber was making like I was like,
Like,
oh, it's
your
hand
hand?
pick. I'm like,
Hand
oh,
pick.
you mean like hand pick.
So,
I attempt to
whale.
go find them.
Stupid.
okay. You find it's not
Whale.
hard to find
A whale.
literally the only people you recognize in this village.
Yeah.
Can I see them first?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have more time.
I did it.
Do what? What
I,
did you do?
I smoothed it over. We're
Oh,
good.
okay, cool.
I'm impressed. Congratulations.
Taliesin comes over. Well, everyone seems friendly enough. It's just no one really likes to talk much about this area.
I don't
Did we
know.
find
Randall Force said
woodworkers?
quite a bit.
Can
Yeah,
I,
he's pretty
Can I
cool.
find Renalfer?
By the silver
So I
dragon.
talked to some of the townspeople, and they seem relatively eager to help. They seem wary of leaving unless they know they can be protected. Is there any way we can prove ourselves to you?
Well, where would they have to go to help you?
Our ship is a few hours walk, just over there.
On the other peninsula?
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
It wouldn't be too hard to take some longboats across and fortify an area.
Okay.
I tap on Rhea's shoulder.
Some of the people seemed a
We're
little
supposed to
nervous, and I tried to
Protect the
ask if
boat.
there's anything we could
Realm
help them
over
with.
if
They
it's,
seem
like,
to be a
the
bit
hole is even
dodgy
super
about
dangerous. We should
it
go
all.
like
Well, we'll
back
get there
and
before
guard it.
nightfall. We're just here to look for people.
it's like 8:36. We should probably go back and protect it.
I believe
That's taking.
I mentioned before,
and breaking the fourth
there's an
wall
order to this island.
and some other and
Head-on
just
collision.
boom.
And it might not make sense to newcomers, but follow the basic order here and everything turns out fine.
Well, if there's anything you'd like to teach us while we're here, I'm more than willing to learn about this order.
Roll persuasion check.
Ha! I'm great at that! That's a 15!
That's your All Might voice?
You know what?
He looks at you, and comes really close into you, and sizes you up.
Oh.
Ooh. Charisma can't
Have
help
an
you
adorable
now.
owl.
To be fair, female, male.
You assume he's into that. All right.
We're not seeing the big picture here, guys.
I will task a few of you with a task. If you come back whole, I'll tell the people you are more to be trusted.
Just to come back alive.
But that's an individual basis. So, if you are willing to hear me out, gather your friends and anyone you'll be going with. I have a few hunters I can dispatch to your boat to help them prepare and guard it. And you could leave immediately for this task.
Do we want to bring Ardana?
Ardana's at the boat.
Yeah, that's right. Do we want to go and get her? Or should she stay and help defend the boat?
She should stay.
Okay, yeah.
I loved the
That's
boat.
true, we already have a paladin with us, so
Yes.
we're fine. Okay. I believe everyone here should be, all my companions here should be who we need to take.
One other thing. I heard that
Nope.
your silver friend is new.
Yes.
Do you personally trust her?
As of now, she hasn't given any reason for me not to trust her, but
Fake story.
I don't trust her like I trust the others. But I don't entirely distrust her.
Alright.
She serves a deity that is not a complete maniac.
That's a plus.
Can't say I know much about the gods, but that's a relief to hear.
It's all a bit overrated if you ask me.
Alright, in that case, I think I may have her join my hunters in securing the boat. She knows the location better, and a friendly face returning will calm tensions the other way around.
I convinced him to let me
That
go
is
to the
true.
town, and he's sending me back.
Okay,
You're a
I tried.
jerk.
I
Get
tried.
up here.
you said things.
I tried.
Oh, fine.
So, party all
Sorry.
But hey, your deity isn't a total maniac.
meets up.
Just said
Yours,
that.
on the other
He did
hand.
not say anything about mine and
Uh, So,
He goes
Um,
with a
tell
burning
us the
passion.
plan.
basically what he does is
So
you guys go
yeah.
up and he summons a couple of warriors, ranging from
I can cast summon warriors.
there's
Zombies.
about
I
5, 6 of them.
Might be done.
There is an old man who seems to be a little too old to perhaps be part of like a hunting party, but he seems pretty.
We met Talos'
strong and
dad,
spry.
okay? We don't.
It's the, old,
He's
it's the old warriors you want to watch out for.
Because they're the strongest.
there's some younger men, and there are 2 women among them. And he basically says that part of gaining the village's trust is he's going to send some of these scouts, these warriors, with some of you back to the boat to secure it, and they can basically show you like, okay, how locked does locked mean? Like, is it locked door but having open windows okay, or is it like, no, bar everything out? It's like, okay, look, there is a 2 paranoid you can go. I mean, you can go there, that's fine, but, you know, we'll get you the basics, and then we'll build from there.
Okay.
He suggests that 3 of you head off, and looking you all over, looks at Dentathra. It says, Her name's gonna change every time you say it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dentranathanathania.
Ben.
Dent. Looks at Dent and says,
Dent.
you seem the, perhaps most not to harm anyone's feelings, experienced with meeting perhaps new cultures and building some bridges. You did a fine job, but I feel like you're more geared towards the next thing I'm going to say.
Yeah. Thanks, then. I appreciate it.
If you could lead my warriors back to your area, along with whoever else would like to go with them, I have a task for some of the other individuals in your group.
Okay.
And for those of you who pray they do return.
You don't have much.
How large
faith
are
in
your
us.
teeth?
My teeth?
Because dent is Latin for teeth. It's the Latin root for teeth.
I think her family would afford better.
It's a
dental care
dragonborn
than
with buck teeth, really.
Not with buck teeth, but
No.
I just wanted to.
I'm
I just
from
wanted
a
to.
kingdom of dragonborns.
I just
so
wanted to point out that that was
the fangs
that was a
are
funny thing I
a
realized.
very cool thing to have.
Um,
So I got dental work to make them more prominent. I got some fangs.
Taliesin
Yeah,
and
they stick out
Quark
of your head,
kind of look.
like they did with the
about-
Alanas.
Probably.
Do you want us to go on this adventure with you, or hold down the boat? And Rollifer looks at them. That is entirely up to your friends. It's risky what I'll be sending those of you on, and it's going to be a personal challenge for each of you.
I grabbed Talison's hand. As much as I would love for you to come with me, I also think that we should keep the boat alive, and I know your dad would kill me if you came.
Yeah, it does sound like him.
I do actually want to message him before we go.
I'll keep an eye on the boat.
Thank you.
Quark,
This is
as
Dent.
Waldus is looking around. Hey,
Good
okay.
for you.
He blushes a little bit. Gives a check back. Korik is looking around. I mean, I could go or I could stay. It really means nothing to me, but, you know, my lack of depth perception might make me a liability no matter which group I go with, frankly.
We need help with the boat.
Okie dokie. Korik and Taliesin are going to the boat.
If it's a personal mission.
If you have any members waiting for you at the boat that you would like to accompany with you, a warrior could guide them to the same spot as you.
We could bring Ardana. She's pretty
Do you want
powerful.
Ardana to come?
She's pretty powerful. She has
You
some-
have
Right now it's 3 of us and we lost our paladin. So
on the boat
I'm sorry.
is Ardana, Namfoodle, Jason, and Cabby.
Let's bring Jason.
Oh god.
He's
Well,
the
we
strongest
can't-
midget we've ever
We can't
had.
bring Taliesin. I'd be watching his back and trying to heal
Yeah.
him like every 2 seconds.
We can
'cause
bring
he's level 2.
Jason.
No, Jason.
No, Jason.
If we bring anyone, they need to be equal level with us.
Jason's level 5.
We're
We're all
level
level
7.
7.
She's level 6.
You're level 6.
And you're
I'm
our fire
so
power.
bitter right now.
We'll bump you up at the end of the session so you're with everyone else.
Not about the level, about me going back to the boat.
Hey, that's where Ardana is. You can teach her things.
You could always hide in the bushes and just
Unless we
follow
take our data
everyone.
with us.
Michaela,
Do we want to
you
go just?
follow us? You don't have to do what anyone says.
I don't think Ben was going to give me that option.
I mean, you can do
certainly
it.
try. Do you want to go just the 3 of us?
Let's bring Ardana just as backup.
Sure. She has healing spells.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm a little sorry.
We don't even have Smee as
I'm gonna say
backup
Ardana's-
healing wise.
Working on Smee.
Okay.
Okay.
I like to remind you that he said it's a personal, individual challenges.
That's true.
So,
Oh boy.
teamwork is not a thing.
Okay.
They're probably just us
shoot,
three.
we're all gonna die.
Alright, I would
Yeah,
like to
let's
cast Mage
do
Armor
this.
on myself.
Okay,
We
so
haven't done
Jason and
anything
Cabby and Namfoodle are staying behind.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going. He doesn't know my character enough to do a
Aw.
personal.
Jason, Cabby, Namfoodle? Yes, no?
Yeah. They're all going back.
Yeah, they're all going back.
They're all staying on
Yeah.
the ship.
Staying.
Okay. So,
Because they can't.
no, it's because I do know a bit about your character, and that's why.
I'm going to need a
Talon Quark there.
I'm going to need a support
So-
owl.
You guys,
Emotional support.
head up north,
A little bit north and a little bit east.
a little bit north, a little bit east.
Is there any chance of lake nearby?
And we
There's
don't
a
know what the
lake.
creatures were
And
facing.
it starts
our
getting
home,
boggy
Just that they're
and
winning.
swampy. And it seems to be relatively, it is pushing into the evening now. And everything seems a little too bright in a wrong way. Do you ever play a video game and the gamma's turned up too bright?
Yes.
And it kind of has that glow to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Mm.
And one of the warriors sounds like, okay. One at a time. Heading in there.
One at a time. Oh boy.
That was the instructions I was to give you. You can do whatever you want.
Since
I'm
we
waiting
follow
over
the
here.
rules.
Should we follow the rules?
I'm going to follow the rules.
Gosh,
It's a personal challenge.
I am going to go in
first.
with my mask in hand.
Okay.
Not
Oh.
on yet.
You start walking up and you see
Oh,
in front of you there is a tree
If you start screaming, I'm
with a
not
large
going in.
hollow.
Just not.
There is a
No, I won't.
cave. There is it appears to be like, used to be an old village that's sunken into the bog. And there's one largely still standing building. And then there's some trails leading further into the bog.
Wait, before she goes, gonna cast guidance on her.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it lasts on the book.
I think it's just one usage.
Probably true. Lasts up to a minute. Use it within the next minute.
You put a stick and you let it drop.
Okay, tree with a hollow, cave, sunken village, and trail leading further in. I'm going. You better be able to see in the dark. I do not. You have dark. Clients don't have dark vision.
That is correct.
That's not good.
So I'm not going in there.
You have lanterns. You have
So I
so
can
many lanterns.
Travel. I can travel
Little
normally with
torches
first
that
light.
just
Yeah,
Yes.
after I've been practicing.
walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you
But
can
I
just
don't need to go into the
So first light on my head, looking through its eyes, I'm going to head towards the hollow in the tree.
The hollow and the tree. Okay? You walk in there and you hear, well, my pretty, what brings you to my old home? You're new on the island, are you?
Yes, I am new. Just arrived here this morning, actually. And who might I be speaking to?
You see an old woman turns around. Well, the locals don't call me much by my name, but you can call me Nana Noctis. How do you think you spell Nana?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Sorry, I hear these voices every once in a while.
Like the
Just turn
Final
around.
Fantasy
How do you
character.
think you spell Nana? And then turn back.
That does happen, by the way. And you're like,
Okay. I guess I am here for some kind of a challenge. I suppose there's something you can offer me by way of that?
Kill her.
Not yet.
oh, there's things I can do to challenge. But before we get into that, dearie, just a few things. I told you my name.
Oh, so rude. Oh. So rude.
I would like to put on my mask
No.
Okay.
and activate my disguise.
Okay.
He wants to be a master in disguise.
My name is Radiant Dawn.
Oh, that's a pretty name. Such a pretty lady.
Thank you, I'm quite fond of myself.
But what I wonder, do you find yourself, your true self, as the mask or the person under it?
Who's to say that it can't be both?
Well, this one's quite full of gumption and life, and the other one's quite a bit like her father.
Well, there's uses for both of those at different times.
Oh, certainly, certainly. Well, you seem to be quite a lovely little individual. Tell me, most people who come here, they come here because they want something. You said you came here for a challenge. Are you sure you don't have a disease that needs healing? Crops aren't doing as well as they used to? Anything you asked for old Nana?
Not in that way. I'm looking for a way to prove myself that the people in this island can trust me so that I can help them.
Oh. Do you know who sent you?
He was the man who, he said he was unofficially in charge of the village.
Oh, that would be that Ranulfer. Oh, what a lovely young man. Yes, I see why he sent you here. You know, some of the people in the village think we're just a myth. And he looks at you in your eyes. Do I look like a myth to you?
With the music right then, that was amazing! Holy crap! Holy crap!
That was really good.
This is cool.
I have seen some truly strange things in the past few weeks, so at this point I'm not really sure that a myth is anything more than something true that has been forgotten.
Oh, I like you. Well, you're a very charming girl. If you, by chance, find yourself wanting something more than crops, or more than a cure for a sickness, and you want to taste real power, you just ask Nanny Noctis. I can help you get at your dad. I can help you find your sister.
Do the creepy Gelden laugh.
If things come to that, I will keep you in mind.
Okay. One thing really quick, and you feel something press into the back of your hand, and you turn around and you see, that's Nana over there behind you. Press this into your hand. Use this, and you can call me. And there's a bit of a flash of pain, and you see there's a rune in the palm of your hand.
You have a tattoo. He is Aragon.
Well, one last thing.
Yes.
And she is, as a astute old woman, stands up straight and keeps standing until she's quite a bit taller than you, and her fingernails lengthen to long points. Her skin turns purplish, and there's a scent of decay in this tree. She has horns growing off of her head, and around her neck there's a necklace of various small animal skulls, as well as a bag that appears to be stitched of various humanoid flesh at her waist. And I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
It is a 16.
16.
Oh, wait. That is a... Oh, it's been longer than a minute. Yeah, sorry.
Well, technically, no time's passed for us.
That's
I
not
don't know
true.
if that's true.
Hey Ben.
Yeah?
Are they the three hags from The Witcher 3?
They are inspired by that.
Okay.
Because I just played through that. I'm like, hey, that's a great thing. We're going to use that.
You can tell what video game's been placed by what shows up in D&D the next week.
Right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm sitting here like,
3 hags and a bog.
Well, also,
What does that sound for?
3 hags
Oh.
create a coven, and
Yeah.
hags like bogs. Anyway,
It's a common thing.
The ladies. Yeah.
that was 16.
16.
You're not frightened of her. This isn't like a frightened effect. But you're scared. He's shaking maybe a little more than you would have liked. And she's,
Knees weak, arms, head. Something there.
oh dear. You're pretty good.
I certainly try.
Now, just for funsies, and I need you to make a wisdom save. A different wisdom save.
Whew, that's much better. That is a 19. And Jack of all trades just for skills, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, come on, where are you? Come on, where's your save DC? I know it's written.
No, it's not.
Okay. Yes, you save. Okay. Maybe we'll see again, dearie.
Maybe.
Now remember, if you ever want that boost, give Nana a call.
If it comes to that, I will.
Okay. And you shakily walk out. Oh, one last thing.
Yes?
I'd hate to ruin the surprise for any of your friends when they start coming over. No, wherever they end up coming. So, don't tell them anything until you get back home, okay, sweetie?
Of course.
Okay.
Make the lawyer's agreement.
No.
Alright, so you shakily walk off. Who...
Mask off.
Sarah, are you okay?
You
What
okay?
happened?
Oh my gosh! We're gonna run up to you. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you hurt?
Do you need me to heal you?
No, I'm not injured in any way.
Mentally?
Just
What happened? Was there a fight?
no.
What was in
it wasn't
there?
a fight. It's best if I don't tell you. It's best if you find out on your own.
I'm not going in there.
Also, I don't know if I can say what you'll face. It may be something different for each of us.
Did you pass? What is passing? What is the point of this?
Well, I certainly like to think I passed.
Congratulations, and I pat you on the back. Why the frick did we come here? Now she's singing
So
to herself in the
who's
corner.
going next?
First, the first times are
Yes,
not bitter.
that I will.
I think
Okay.
it's
Is
just
there
the
really
perfect
gonna-
time for me to talk about this song. But you're not here to.
But singing.
You're not here to understand it.
So, you have...
I'm so
There's-
nervous.
You see that she went into the empty tree.
Still in my heart.
You see the empty
Tree
tree.
would have been my first choice because wood elf. But
There is the
It's
relatively
backstory,
unsunken,
and it's in
partially sunken
Infernal.
building.
I can still ask, please.
There is a path deeper into the swamp, and there is also a cave.
Don't do it.
Hmm?
What was the point?
She's already in there.
I think I'm going to try the half sunken one.
Okay.
Because I have control water and I want to try it.
Okay.
Fun
You walk.
fact, I picked the hollow because I knew if you went into the cave and there was a fight, then you'd be able to hold yourself off in a closed space better. Which is why I didn't go for.
Thanks. I also can't see in the dark.
I have create, destroy water, and control water.
Oh, that's true. You can't.
I can't. I probably take the
You have
path.
a million torches. You're
I
fine.
do have a lot of torches, but I don't. Yeah.
Where was that?
Where did I leave off
I
last
feel like
time?
Ben would
That's
just
right.
turn around and be a jerk and be like, "Oh, you dropped your torch, and now you can't see."
No, I'm not that much.
Consider
of a jerk.
Yeah, you're not me. I am still bitter about
I'd like to
this.
note,
You should have been.
hags are
sooner.
fiends, and you're a paladin of monster hunters.
Fair. Okay, less bitter.
That's why he's like, oh, gnomes. I don't know what gods are. Okay,
They probably have
Ixnay on the
fantastic
Alvin
charisma
and
with them.
Get her out of here. Okay.
especially since you're a paladin of gnomes, like who's likely to just provoke the witches? Yeah.
I would have been smarter than that.
I still want to
Yes,
use
but he doesn't know
banishment,
that.
but they probably have really
behind
good
you.
charisma.
What are you seeing? Are you okay? Sarah, are you okay?
I'm fine.
What are you seeing?
Okay, so you walk into the half-sunken building. You see
Think about some things.
there's a lot of
Do you need a
candles that
blanket?
have formerly been lit.
Like a shock
Candle wax has
blanket?
dribbled down quite a ways.
Find
They're all
something.
unlit at the moment.
Are you hungry?
Okay.
Okay.
I have dark vision. I
It's
don't
kind
think
of
it matters.
half-kilter sinking into the ground.
Okay.
There is as you enter in, there's sort of like a room and a door to the left. There is an upstairs, and it appears that while it's partially sinking to the bog, there is apparently like a basement.
I'll never go to the basement. Is there anything else I can see? Should I make a perception check?
Sure. What are you looking for, more or less?
Just anything in the room that's suspicious.
Okay.
The whole room is suspicious.
I know that. That's 14.
14?
Mhm.
Okay.
Like, there's just candles in the room
Looking
and
around.
that's it.
There's unlit candles. There is a deer skull mounted on one of the rafters.
Dear goodness.
This particular area seems to be relatively blank. Perhaps the villagers looted it very early on when they were trying to survive here. But you do start noticing that there appear to be various talismans, charms, warding things to ward off evil
Anything
spirits.
I recognize?
Not really. You do notice there's like a few, like chicken feet and
Oh, okay,
like
never
cut off
mind.
animal parts, but also some holy symbols.
Oh, I have one.
You don't see any of lore specifically, but lore isn't exactly about warding off evil. That's more of Nomus or
Let the evil
Kellam.
come. That'll be a fun thing to watch.
You do see some specifically some of
Every zombie on
Kellam.
the beach is alive?
Because Rhea is nervous, I think
Every
she would say a quick prayer underneath her breath for protection.
Okay.
Aww.
Okay, and then she goes to the door on her left.
All right. You open up the door.
If you get
It
hurt,
appears to
I'm
have
gonna
at
murder
one point
everything.
have been a bedroom.
Okay.
There is a bed moth-eaten and kind of decrepit, stained old blankets. The bed's kind of getting sucked a little into the bog. So it's kind of, again, off kilter. Everything is at some degree of an angle. It's almost Whovian. But if a Dr. Seuss movie was written by Tim Burton.
Ah.
I don't know.
That's
I wanna
nightmares
say
right there.
cave,
Yeah,
just
right
because,
there.
like,
So you
I don't see anything else.
You don't see
in the room,
anything
just that.
else here. There's some sinking drawers, like cabinet.
Is there anywhere else to go besides the basement?
Yes, it's upstairs.
Okay, we're going upstairs.
Okay, you go upstairs. One of the rungs snaps beneath you, but you catch yourself and
cave entrance.
keep climbing up. And you start walking around up top, and there seems to be some, like once upon a time there were I know, too many voices. Once upon a time there were like maybe daisy chains or like flower decorations up top here.
That's adorable.
But it's long since, wilted.
Now there's bones on the ground.
And there's a circle of old dried blood, and apparently some small animal had been sacrificed up here.
Is there a ritualistic circle around the animal? Or is it just like an animal?
Just an animal in a circle of dried blood.
Huh.
Like the circle is drawn from the blood.
Okay, great. I'm not going to touch that. Is there anything else I see in the room of interest? You're going to force me into the basement, aren't you?
There are, there's some,
You guys.
appears to be some, like tapestry type of, like, wall hanging covering up parts of the wall, perhaps covering windows, perhaps covering,
I look behind the talisman.
okay.
The talisman.
Talisman.
Hey, so like, I thought you might need help,
Land it in
and,
your way. Grab his abs and move him out.
You know what I mean.
yeah.
What you were gonna say when you started that?
Never mind. You pull apart and you see there is actually an actual tapestry hanging behind it, and it depicts 3 beautiful women.
I get it. Okay. Just
And the more you look at it,
God was
make an insight check.
a picture with the eyes moving. Watch. No, it's literally the picture from The Witcher 3.
And that's 23.
23.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing you're
As
not
you start
here.
walking
It's
around,
so weird.
it does look like these eyes are following you.
I never finished the game.
Of these three women,
Dun, dun,
and the more you look at it, the more it starts feeling wrong.
What do these women look like? Do they look human?
Human or elvish, maybe half elven. They have long hair that covers up their ears.
Does the tapestry depict them doing anything or just them standing there?
It depicts them almost like an awkward family portrait,
Oh, okay.
as they're all sort of standing next to each other doing really nothing in particular, and sort of those like flowing Greek dresses you'd see, where it's like, I don't think that it really would randomly hug and then randomly wrinkle like it is here, but whatever, artistic license. But the more you begin looking at it, it looks like the dresses are like tattered and bloody at the bottom. Their hands, it's not red fingernails. It's like blood's kind of dripping out of them.
Dude, mine's way scarier than yours.
Eyes are keep following you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Are you terrified?
Oh no! It's a 1.
Oh no! I have a +7 in wisdom saving throws. This sucks.
Oh man, you should have kept the amulet that gets you to 10.
Oh well, I have a backup character. It's okay.
You,
How dare you
You
use my
are-
foot against me?
you've been affected by the eye bite spell.
I bite.
You are, what's the word specifically? Panicked. So you are frightened at the moment of this painting and the people in this painting.
Okay, I immediately cover it and use whatever else is in the room to try and cover it.
Cover
You
with
have
the
to
talisman.
you have to use the dash action to move away as
Grab this person.
far as possible to see this place as
Riot.
quickly as possible.
Okay, I do that.
Cool.
Down the stairs, I hop over the place that was just broken down earlier, and I guess I'm going into the basement now.
Okay.
You move-
And
you run
I would
into
like
the
to go on the record that she will make that I'm very against this.
As you rush down there in panic.
Lawyer.
Remember, she's like, I'm going to go on record. Make a record.
Eventually, as you go down there, as soon as you get to the ladder, you're no longer frightened. You've lost contact with it, and you're no longer frightened of it. But in your rush, you get down. A couple more ladder rungs break, and it looks like getting back up there would be hard. As you are currently in the basement.
Is there much water down here?
It's muddy. Your feet kind of stick into the mud, and walking is kind of difficult. This is difficult terrain.
Wonderful.
Do you have control mud?
I do have a thing for difficult terrain. I don't know if I want
Create,
to
destroy
use it.
mud.
Hang on. If she destroys
Freedom
the
of
water in the
movement.
mud, it just becomes dirt.
I think if there's a
It has
creature
to be
in the
free
way,
water.
it doesn't work in worms.
Yeah, it has to be free water anyway. Or fog.
Cause fog. He sees the note that's been passed around.
You did a really good job not laughing at that, yeah.
It's kind of open, although the roof of this area slopes down because that's where the floor is above you, sloping down as well. And it seems to be kind of like a large open area. Your dark vision is kicking in here, so you see kind of shades of gray of everything.
Okay. Maybe I should use detect magic. I'm gonna try and see. Let me find it. Give me a second.
Which one?
Ooh, never mind. I can go on tests. I have I'd like to cast Detect Evil and Good, because I think that would actually be better for me.
Can you read off what it does?
For duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there's a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. The
Okay.
spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal.
Okay. The area up top
Mhm.
has been desecrated.
Yes.
You don't get any particular faithy undead around you at the moment where you are currently standing. But it's active for like a minute, right?
It lasts for 10.
10 minutes. Okay.
So we're good.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm not part of it.
Okay, great. Then this entire thing was a farce and this was worthless. Great. Now I have to try and get out of here.
Do you have rope?
again.
There is ladder that goes up the basement, but there's more to the basement area.
You have torches.
I
She
have
has
dark
vision.
vision. I don't need your flimsy torches, sir.
Madam?
I have an owl.
I would like to take out my mace
Not
threat
all
and
of us
walk
have
farther
dark
into the
vision.
basement, looking around like super paranoid.
I feel like
Okay.
I have dark vision.
As you're
You
looking
should.
around, Dragonborn?
Fairly certain.
Yeah.
No,
No?
no.
Oh,
They get fire breath and not.
That's
not
true.
heartbeat, which is why I'm giving them the dragonhide feet so they
I
have a
get
cool thing.
muscles.
As you're looking around, you find appears to be some small little areas that head out, and there's a part where the water starts pooling out a bit more, and there appears to be like an underwater tunnel. That's kind of in front of you. To the left of you, there's some areas that seem to be heading deeper into the bog, some like underground trails. And then to your right, there appears to be a more solid pathway, but it turns off quickly, so you can't see far into it.
Oh boy, I'm super paranoid, but I can also drown. I guess I'm taking the water one.
Okay. What armor and stuff are you wearing?
Leather.
Okay, cool. So
No resting for me, so.
you begin swimming underneath, and you just start heading forward
Well,
a
it
bit more.
depends on, like he said, there was one that where the water was flowing out, and then there was one that was like inside the bog. So I'm taking one of them.
As you start swimming through there a bit, for a while, you detect a presence. You detect a fae in front of
Great.
you.
How far in front of me?
30 feet. You just booped into the feeling range.
Dang, what do I do?
Booped into the feeling range.
Am I under the water still?
Yes,
Okay.
you're in the underwater tunnel.
Okay, awesome. Shoot. Okay, can I come up for air and see if they're above water, or can I see them?
Are you going forward so you can see it?
I guess. I mean,
Okay.
they're 30 feet in front of me. Would I be able to see them?
No, not the moment.
Okay.
It's also, can you feel like kind of where it is in your bubble? I know how.
Yes, you know that.
Probably
oh.
yes.
What does she have?
You know,
What do you have? What are you using?
detect evil and good. So, yeah, I can sense them within 30 feet. I know where the creature is located.
Okay, yeah, it's a little above you at the moment, so it appears like this watery area is gonna come up.
Okay. So
and
there's
so you're-
definitely going to be like a thing above.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I go up.
Okay, you head up there, and you see a woman, old woman. She's haggard and ugly, and looks at you and says, "My, aren't you a pretty little one?"
Thanks, Fiend. Wish I could say the same to you.
Excuse you, I'm a fae.
Is that what you said
He did-
earlier?
he did
And I
say
just-
fae.
Okay, never
He's so
mind.
kind.
I'm just projecting. I mentally swap out those words as if I knew it, because I did.
So, what brings you into my swamp?
What are you doing in my swamp? Well, sir, I'm here to prove my validity as a hero to the people of this town.
Always the people of the town. They're people wandering around. Makes me sick to see them. Oh, especially around the springtime when love's in the air and all get stupid.
Glad I didn't go down this tunnel.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes when you're alone, other people are in love, it can get quite annoying.
Find a man.
That's
Lazy
Corbett
woman.
projecting. No, I'm kidding.
They're everywhere.
Girl, same.
So, most of the times when the villagers come here, they want something. You want recognition in the town? Was that it?
Not for me,
Well, I'm
specifically.
not surprised.
I'm-
Pretty little thing like you must get plenty of attention.
I'm here to support the people I care about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the town as well, but that's mostly my friend's business.
You brought us in
I need to look up the thing real quick.
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure if we're supposed to be like defeating these people or just getting out without doing stupid stuff.
Probably don't die.
Well,
But should I try and
It's
kill
the
it?
best I.
well,
Not yet.
considering that
Not
I
while
mean,
we're-
we
Miss
didn't need to
Destroy
try, so-
Undead was escorted away, my guess is get out without doing something stupid.
Yeah, preferably don't die. We can fight them later when we're all a team.
Then why are we going in one at a time right now?
Because that's what the dude said.
It's a
to do.
trial.
So
Get out without being stupid.
then I could have gotten out by after I gotten through the first door. I'd be like, hey, I passed,
Right.
guys.
Or
If
you
I'll
have to face
fight,
your
I'll make it
greatest
quick.
fear.
If you want a fast track to power, because power's what wins respect, I have a way of getting that, but there is a cost.
I already
There's
have
always
respect
a
from the
cost.
people I need it from. You
Oh,
don't
well,
offer me
good
anything.
for you. I need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shoot.
Don't.
Oh my freaking gosh, it's another one.
Okay,
Serious?
you are frightened of her. I need you to make another
You're a
This is
child.
wisdom
going
save
Corbett is one of these.
I can't.
as
Oh,
she targets
my
you with her death glare.
God. Do this one. It's prettier. That's 10.
You're welcome.
You drop to 0 hit points.
No!
Horrific appearance. Any humanoid that starts its turn within 30 feet of the hag and can see the hag's true form must make a DC 11 saving throw. On a failed
I
save,
lost by 1.
hang on. On a failed save, you're frightened for 1 minute. Death glare. The hag targets one frightened creature she can see. If the target can see the hag, it must succeed a DC 11 wisdom saving throw against this magic or drop to 0 hit points.
Oh
Now you're not
Oh,
making
jeez.
death saves per se.
No, but
You
I'm still
are
in the
dropped to
middle
0.
of the water.
no! So she's not unconscious. Is she not conscious?
She is currently unconscious, and at the sea hag's leisure, either will die or something else will happen. And I'm going to roll a thing.
Run.
Oh my gosh,
If
she's in there
we
by
sh-
herself.
Dude, this is the stupidest thing
We have to
ever.
go in after her.
I'm-
All right.
I'm in the middle of water. I probably will drown.
The rest of the party. You see,
Including me.
no,
I
present party.
Figured.
You see the hut that Rhea had walked into a little while ago.
The longer it takes, the more better I
Kind of starts sinking a bit.
Run. I run after it.
This is so cool.
And,
I try to either dive in or stop the freaking thing from sinking.
Okay, grabbing onto parts that start sinking. No, you're just starting to get sucked down with it. You rush inside, and looking
Are you
around.
coming?
What do you do?
I just darted from your side to the thing that's
You are
sinking.
a superhero.
Yeah, I'm going into.
Woman up.
Yeah.
You rush in. You
Mask
see.
on. I'm going into.
You see there's a room off to the left with an open door. The backside is caving in a bit deeper. There is broken rungs up top,
Can't see.
and there is a basement down
I was
below.
able to look at one of the guys and say woman up.
I am going to go
That was
down
on my
to the
bucket list
basement.
for this.
Okay, rushing to the basement, you see there's a pool of water, and there is a figure floating face down in it.
I'm going to rush towards the figure.
Okay, you're running at half speed, and it looks like the roof part might start pushing her down. I need you to make an athletics check.
Pull out a torch and start trying to stop the ceiling.
Okay.
That is
I don't know if it actually.
Oh, wait. Oh, Jack of all trades evens out. 15.
15.
15.
You grab and you pull her up. You start pulling her out as it starts pushing down. Go ahead, just make a just straight raw strength check.
Okay. Total 20.
Total 20. You find one solid rock and begin pushing against the building as it starts forcing down on you. You slow it by a little bit. It's not going to be much. And you see Radiant Dawn climbing up, holding Ardena's body, or Rhea's body.
We just assume Ardena's
Biggest twist ever.
The hag was Ardena the entire time.
This explains so much.
Leaves body.
You pull her up, and you're able to rush out into the clearing.
Holy crud! He has freaking health. Is she
She's
dying?
stable, yes?
Make medicine check.
Okay.
Well, if it's higher than 10, I'm just going to stabilize her anyway,
Okay.
so... yeah, she's stabilized.
You perform some CPR.
13.
She coughs out a lot of water. She's still unconscious.
Friend.
But you
Sure
notice
know where
on
random
her
lady.
left cheek, there is, similar to the palm of your hand, a marking. But where yours appears to be somewhat like a magic brand that doesn't really hurt, but just is there, it's scarred into her face.
No!
That's so cool, guys.
You have a scar.
Yeah, I know.
You're just a child.
I'm going to pick up Rhea and hold on to her.
Oh! I am
Okay.
kneeling by their side.
Are they like out of the fog or?
Yeah.
They're out of
We're all
they're
breathing heavy.
out of that particular thing.
Alright. So like everybody can. No,
We're all breathing
It doesn't
heavy.
matter.
Are you awake? Can you wake up now?
Just let it go.
You're gonna let this moment last.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay.
Who's
next?
Aria.
Happened in there?
I don't
Awake
know.
person. Not her, you! Can't go on nothing, Sarah!
Be prepared. There's something powerful.
What?
There's something powerful in there.
What?
I heard one of the villagers earlier mention 3 women who live near the lake. I believe there are 3 hags.
You want me to go in there?
Sarah actually let another one of her party members go
I
in.
don't want you to go in there, but I don't know if we have a choice. It's up to you.
What was in there?
Are you serious?
I'm not letting this go.
In the hollow, I met one of the hags, and she asked me what I wanted, and I told her I wanted to help these people.
Okay.
She seemed to know things about me that I didn't even know. And she asked me if I ever wanted something more than just to be a hero, I should contact her through this. I don't know what you're going to face in there.
Anything the thing can do?
I'm fine. I'm just unconscious.
You were a child being held on and hugged by Sarah. You're like, I'm just gonna let this slide.
Not losing another child here.
Oh! I have health potions. I'm not worried about.
Roll a d4, by the way.
Or just.
That's to see how many hours you're unconscious until,
Oh, sweet.
until you wake up.
3.
Okay, you're unconscious for 3 hours, unless
Or,
you are
you
healed
know,
up.
Unless you
cast
are...
send. Do you
I
have
have-
sending?
I do have sending.
Cast sending to the paladin with healing?
It's fine. It's
I'm
fine.
not
She's,
you.
she's
I'm not
stable.
dying.
She doesn't trust
I'm
you.
stable. I'm just asleep.
I have 2 health potions. I'm gonna leave one. I'm going to leave one with you, and in case I die, I'm taking the other one. It's my selfish choice.
Wait, wouldn't healing potions be able to restore her?
You'd have to use your action to force it down there, but yeah.
I'm going to take the healing potion and... Why didn't you say you had these before? I'm going to use my action to...
Because she's fine. She's just asleep. Those were expensive.
Are you looking at me?
You said the healing potion would bring her... Would they bring her...
Oh yeah, so
Back
did you
consciousness?
feed her back with it?
I'm not worried. She'll be fine. She's not injured
Says the
other
one
than
who
her
was asking
face.
to use the
Yes.
hag.
But if she's dying and you have to go in to save her, I'm good backed up, so keep it. Plus,
Yeah.
I have a healing
Just
potion,
keep
so you
it.
don't have to give
Okay.
him
If
yours.
you hear me screaming, you probably should come.
Okay.
Freaking mad.
If
Purple
not-
dice now.
Don't leave her. Which one do you think I should go in? I'm not gonna do it unless you pick.
There's the path further into the bog. There's the hollow on the left. There's the house is kind of sinking
Yeah.
a lot.
Take the path. You can't see in the dark. Don't go in the cave.
Alright.
Although it is pretty dark anyway, isn't it? So...
It's starting to push into evening, but
Be
Oh,
ready,
I was
be ready
picturing,
with
like,
your torches
unnatural-
just in case.
I'm sorry.
yeah, there is this unnatural glow sort of happening from the forest or from the
I
swampland.
was picturing like a natural dark.
Oh no, it's like
It's like a
I
fey
apparently
twilight.
was
It's
not
like a
lit.
fey twilight.
yeah. Okay, you're both right. So when you boost the gamma too hard, and it's like
have you played
everything's very
Twilight
dark.
Princess?
Yes.
No.
When you're in the Twilight realm,
Kinda
it's
like
got
that.
weird glow
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
When
I
you're
know what you're talking
when
about.
you're in
I've
the
seen
normal world, when it's in Twilight,
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of bloom going on.
Lot of bloom going
Cave or
on.
path?
Let me tell you, on the Wii, that is some harsh bloom.
It is.
Cave, path, or hollow?
Path.
Alright. You sure I should go?
It's up to you.
Honestly, then I won't go.
It has to be a personal choice.
Thanks.
I believe in you.
Does that last for a minute too?
It lasts for 10 minutes,
Oh,
so you
I
better
pat
hurry.
you on the shoulder. We're gonna do this. And I walk confidently with my sword out. Because I'm not an idiot.
Okay. Walking through the area, it gets really sort of confusing. But you trot along
It's okay, you're not going to
until
die.
you hear a voice crying, "Help! I don't know where I am!" And you recognize this as Skield's voice.
Oh my
Oh
god!
Dude, why do you guys get the cool stuff and I get the scary stuff?
Because you failed twice!
It was a wisdom save too. I wasn't expecting that.
I know! I know!
You rolled a 1.
Twice in a row with the same dice, and now they're in this. They'll stay there forever.
Are we even in the area where Skill would be? Do I know that?
She just sailed off.
She just sailed off. She could be anywhere.
Crud, you're right. Skilled? I go running after her or whatever, trying to find her voice.
Okay.
Follow it.
You run further into the bog.
Yeah, like an idiot.
And here again. Waldehnstock! I can't get him out!
Where are you?
Over here! And you hear the voice a little further off.
Okay, continue running.
You hear sounds of a bear.
Continue running. I'm going as fast as I can. Still
You-
40 movement speed.
After rushing about quite a bit, you find yourself right in front of a decent-sized lake. It's not huge. It's like maybe a mile at its widest. And as you're looking around, you kind of don't know where you are, and it's completely still. There's no birds. There's no bird calls. You don't hear crickets chirping. It's very quiet. No frogs. Nothing.
Okay. No, now you have to do it to Ben.
Yes, dude.
No, you have to do it to Ben.
It won't work now.
Oh! Ruined our game.
So glad you
All right.
So
me.
you
Do I
can't-
find him?
I was the one
There's
who wrote
nothing
it.
around.
I know, I've done that.
And here behind you, as you turn around, you see a woman standing out from the mud, standing up. Well, aren't we a hero?
Where did they go?
Oh, they were never here, dearie. It's nice to see that there's those still willing to help others. Sorry about the little trick. I just wanted to make sure that you actually would rush in to save your friends as opposed to let them figure it out on their own. You know, the others around me are cruel creatures, but I like to see if there is still the best people.
Is that why you almost killed my friend?
Oh, that wasn't me. Also, I really don't know. What was it like? What happened to her?
She was in the water. Now she's got a
Oh.
giant scar on her face.
She was in the water?
Yeah.
Scar on her face, you said?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. That would be Marifled.
Building sinking.
That would be Marifled. She doesn't like creatures prettier than herself, which is most creatures.
Ooh.
It's a good thing it wasn't me. She would have murdered me.
Oh yeah, charisma.
Christmas, I faced it.
Yes, well, knowing her, how it probably went down was
I wonder if the scar is pretty.
she saw someone unexpectedly and decided to do her whole show my true form and then kill them with a glance thing. Your friend's not, is she alright?
Yeah, she's fine.
Oh, well, good.
She's stuck on it.
Well, that sometimes ends worse.
Why is yours nice?
Because I'm nice. That's how that works.
No, it's not.
Smart was smart.
So
Scary was
what
scary.
brings
No.
you here to what brings you here to my bog? Well, not my bog, I have to share it, but the bog.
Honestly, we're trying to prove ourselves to the people down at the little village over there because they won't even help us with our wrecked ship unless we can prove ourselves.
Oh, those silly people sending you out to meet the scary witches of the bog. Oh yes, that's
They didn't
like
even
them.
tell us you were here. They
That
just
also
said
sounds
go.
like them. You know, they're an all right, if superstitious bunch. Though they have their reasons with my sister, who your friend apparently ran into, isn't very nice.
Yeah.
And
The other one seemed to be okay.
yeah, well, she's not very good with people. You know, it's just
Neither is my friend.
well. Here's the thing. They want to see that you can trust us, or that that you can be trusted. Apparently, they're under some idea that we control them or whatever. You know, I appreciate the offerings and the things that they leave for us every once in a while, but you know,
That's sweet.
they're just
Are you gods?
we're close.
Oh, okay.
We can actually grant powers to certain individuals on individual basis. I smell a spirit of a bear within you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
bear totem.
There's other animals that have power.
Yeah.
If you find a way to attune, some find a way to attune to these creatures. You perhaps found it naturally with the bear.
Yes.
Some others find the wolf more attractive, or the
It's
elf.
cute.
Sorry, the elk. These
The elf
common
is
words
very
are
attractive.
Totem of the wolf. Totem of the
these
elf.
common
Elf is very
words are a little jumbled for me. It's not my first language.
How many languages do you have?
Oh, I speak 3.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Common, Draconic, Sylvan. Sylvan was my first.
Gotcha.
Well, so sorry about the whole tricking you out here thing, but they want to see if you can prove yourself.
Alright.
All right.
What do
Well,
I do?
let's be real. I live in the swamps, and the rules of man, and sometimes even the rules of gods, can go by the wayside.
Okay.
I will offer you 2 choices.
Okay.
You can either, if you choose, you don't have to, accept an offer of power. You know what the bear can do for you.
Yes.
But if you'd also like the power of the wolf, this island has a strong association with wolves. You see, being somewhat of the Feywild, the packs from there will sometimes run through into this land as well. The Fiend's Triangle is somewhat multi-planar. And in the Feywild, there's a similar area, although it's a field instead of an ocean. And sometimes the wild wolf packs will run in there and run out here. This island has a strong connection to the wolf, and if you would like a connection to the wolf as well, I can grant you that. Or, if you perhaps want to try a more arcane route, normally you'd have to be I don't mean to be rude, a little more cunning of tongue to join power, but I'll ignore that if you truly would wish, and give you some taste of the arcane.
Magic.
Yes, you'd have to do just a few things for me every once in a while. Let me basically, I was gonna say see the world through your eyes, but that sounds too odd. Allow me to vicariously experience things through your adventures. Or, if simply all you wish is recognition, just hold your hand out, please.
What's the catch?
Well, the catch...
Because there's always a catch.
The catch of the second option is, I would like to leave this bog. I'd like to leave this island. If you take the second option, I can go with you, give you guidance, give you a bit of power, a different
Try to
kind
free people.
of raw power. If you take the wolf, but that totem, that spiritual journey, I can watch my blessing go across the land. And that feeling of the hunt of youth, oh, that would bring me back. But if simply all you wanted was a nice conversation and I gave you a little sign of good conduct, well, the company was enough for that, I suppose.
The company?
Look, one sister is awful, and the other sister is nightmare fuel. I don't have pleasant people to talk to.
Oh. Sorry. We had just started a company.
Sorry.
That's what I thought we were.
Look, I get lonely out
Yeah.
here. It gets to me, it's, you know.
No, it's my misunderstanding. I apologize. I don't. What does? Okay, I get how the second option. I want to just talk this out real quick because I'm a talking person.
I understand. Look,
The second
really,
option
I love this.
sounds super cool. You get to like be free and go and look at stuff through me, which is kind of weird. But I understand the position you were in.
Mhm.
I don't understand how the wolf helps you.
You see,
And would it
Part-
affect my bear totem already?
oh, it wouldn't conflict. It would add on to.
Oh, okay.
And similar to helping with basically living through vicariously through you with the other option where I'm more realistically with
Yeah.
you. The first option, I'm of the Feywild.
Yeah.
I'm from the Feywild initially before I was trapped here.
Which the person you imitated with just escaped from the Feywild.
Oh,
and
really?
got on a boat and
This part
disappeared,
goes
which
like-
is why I thought she was actually here.
I couldn't read that much into it, but
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Added, you know.
Since I have that connection to the Feywild, and the wolves who roam through here have a connection to the Feywild, imparting that spirit, part of my spirit goes as well. And whenever you use that power of the wolf, I get to feel that excitement that I used to have. Next,
To Ben,
yeah,
what does the wolf totem actually give specifically?
third level wolf totem is when, basically instead of flanking, you give advantage to allies.
So does she just like,
What?
is she gonna jump 3 levels if she takes the?
No,
You're saying fly? I'm not. Oh, okay. I'm so confused.
She lip reads.
I do.
So do I.
Lip
Okay.
read. Try it again. Go ahead.
He's saying never
Okay.
trust a fae.
Oh yeah, just
But
right.
I'm also a fae. So
I don't know
elves aren't
that.
Fey.
I don't know
Okay.
that.
Nope, they have Fey
Oh.
ancestry, but they're not Fey.
Yeah,
Can I
that
roll
was just
insight? I suck
Sure.
at insight.
Oh yeah, there you go.
12.
Oh god.
Oh wait, I can add a thing.
Yes, I have a thing.
15.
15?
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
She does seem to be a little over patient with this conversation. Like, she does desperately want something more, but she's kind of lowball bargaining at this point because
Yeah.
she's a little desperate. And you get the idea that she wants to be either literally or vicariously out of this bog.
Do you have to be out of this bog magically?
Well,
Like, could I just get like the recognition symbol? Because I don't really need anything. Or we're trying to just get off the island. Could you just come with us?
I could travel with you.
Like, without having to impart anything onto my body, could you just come?
I could do that if
Yeah?
your companions would have me.
They're very open. We help everybody. Hey, last time I checked, we help even the NPCs.
every NPC.
Every NPC. Lawyer.
Well, look, I'll let you think about it and discuss it, and hold out your hand, please.
Yeah. Okay.
She makes a quick mark on her hand. It kind of scratches, tickles a little bit, and then it kind of solidifies into a mark similar but different to what is on Sarah's hand.
Oh, Sarah has one of these. Okay.
Does it hurt to get
That
stitches?
Ask your face when you wake up.
that
Wow.
will
That's the best it's told if it wasn't genuine.
Just gotta drink
that would work. That will be the sign that I did. That you met us. You survived the old ladies.
It has been a pleasure, by the way.
It has. And look, I would feel bad intruding onto your hospitality, and perhaps I can think of another way to repay you if you were able to help me leave. If the wolf or the other path of power isn't to your liking.
Okay. So can I just call you? How does this work?
You can call me through that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
using it more than once might not. The reception gets a little fuzzy.
Because you're in the woods, I get the trees.
Yeah, you know, it's-
You know.
It really,
I gotcha.
we don't have any like towers nearby, so it's,
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah, haven't got anything into the other ethereal plane to bounce it off of, and, you know.
Oh. That's weird. All right.
In the
well,
astral sea.
Thank you. This has been very enlightening. I will talk with.
One small catch.
Okay.
This is a trial.
Yes.
You got turned around on the way in. You do have to find your way out.
Okay.
So there is that.
Thanks.
I had to throw something at you.
No, we could have just have a nice chick. Whatever.
No, unfortunately.
Well, wait, hold on. So if I brought you onto like our boat and you come hang out, would this be a regular thing? Like you just have to keep throwing stuff at us? Because this would be a pain.
Oh,
You
no,
go into
no,
your
no, no.
bedroom
That's
and you
like
have to take forever to get out again.
no. This challenge is just so you know you get the mark. You know you've earned the mark or whatever, and you go back and like, hey guys, I did the thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh my
I don't know. I feel like the wisdom was over there.
That was
Yeah.
I didn't pick the things.
Well, at least you have something that would actually
Yeah.
be useful.
You can come to our boat. It'll be
Never
fun.
mind the fine print.
Well,
Hey,
You
it'll
can
be fun.
hear the asterisks in the face speech.
You
We'll
were
have
there wise.
a nice conversation, perhaps at a later date.
Okay.
You know where to find my swamp. Perhaps don't visit my. If you see a lady who's kind of blue, just walk the other way.
I would like to
Oh.
cast Burn Down Swamp.
If I was to bribe you with, say, some hard candies, could you point me in the correct direction to start at least?
Roll persuasion.
That's really good.
There's gotta be some swamp.
Oh my
She looks. Can I see the hard candy?
Yeah, here. It's like the whole bag.
You start that way. She takes
Thank
it.
you. Yes.
Go ahead and
I told you the hard candies would come in handy.
Wow.
make one
my god.
survival check.
For the hard candies.
Oh my god. There it is. 25. I rolled another nat 20.
And then don't add
It's
the
a
5.
nat 20.
I know, but it's
Gosh.
25.
Don't add
As you
anything,
start
'cause-
walking, you start seeing like branches
Proficiency in survival.
tilt and pointing and like parting out of your way.
This has been way too easy for you.
This is what it
Hey,
takes.
2 nat 1s and two nat 20. Anyway.
Yeah.
You suffered nothing.
God, I swear.
Mental strain. I'll
Mental
have you know.
strain.
You barely have a mind to be strained.
Oh.
That's
So-
not nice.
You make
are
it back.
Not a nice lady.
You make it back to the rest of the party.
While she's still holding.
I would walk out of the woods. Dun dun.
It's now pushing like
Dun dun.
almost 7 in the evening.
I succeeded.
We're approaching your
Ta-da.
wake up time.
Okay.
And I made a friend. Suck it. Where's your friend, Sarah?
Currently lying unconscious in my arms.
Oh, crud! As soon as you said that, I'm like, nope, here. I'm like, how's she doing? I say a little more
Fine.
awkwardly.
She's fine.
You double back on that so hard.
How's she doing?
Taking things went well for you.
Yes. You laughed at my hard candies, and they bought me freedom.
At least someone had it easy.
William Wallace. Freedom! That's good. We should go to English. Maybe we can work it out.
Let's go back to the boat, and I'll explain. Can I have stronger. You want? I can.
I'll be fine.
Oh, come on! Because I'm excited. You're not gonna let me hold her. We're gonna walk back home.
You get a.
Well,
He has night vision.
she is feeling very protected of her.
I know.
So.
Seeing as how you can find your way through these forests so easily, maybe you should lead us back.
Okay. I'm not worried by your sass, lady. I can get through the forest. Survivor?
Yeah.
13.
Are you heading back to the boat or back to the town?
Well, it's
Boat.
nighttime.
Boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah? Because that's where our team is.
I'm
Beds are
assuming
there.
we all made it back safe. And
Yeah, you guys are
yeah.
fine. There's several
I want to say I'm holding your
scouts or
backpack
warriors
at
with you.
least.
They're not very talkative.
Yeah.
Most of them are polite. The old man is particularly gruff and is
To be expected.
kind of looking at all you like you're some young pups, and he's amused to see, like, aw, they're playing. But he is old. He appears to be some the grizzled veteran type.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. He's not rude, but he's a little calloused. Well, he's very callous physically, but
You don't have to go into
yeah.
plotline stuff for me. We're good.
I want to kind of talk with Sarah as we go back to the boat.
Okay.
If that's a thing, if that's okay.
You can talk away, yes.
Or, all my sparks inspiration, take a short rest.
Sarah,
Oh, cool. Yes.
I kind of wanted to talk. I know this probably isn't a good time because she's unconscious, but I haven't really had a chance to talk with you in a little while.
Well, I'm guessing right now would be the perfect time since she's unconscious.
We can wake her up if you want. Okay. I am curious on your stance on religion. There's been a lot of religions being bounced around right now, and I don't know a lot about them. Like
From
what?
what I've seen of the two deities I've met, they're either a maniac or only in things for their own enjoyment.
Okay.
Or both at the same
actually
time.
don't know which one is which.
So, like, what do you think about people that follow those religions? I mean, she follows Lore, who you say is a maniac.
I think that some people who follow religions do so out of a desire to do good. Some of them are forced in and don't have any choice. Others use religion as a way to gain power for themselves. It's less the religion itself and more your heart in doing it.
So would it be wrong just to pick one and go for it? Like would it be a good thing or a bad thing? Because they're either like solely in it or completely against it, and I've yet to really find somebody that's somewhere in the middle where they can just enjoy or like kind of believe in one of them, but not like you're either completely against it or she's solely for it.
I'm not completely against it.
You have a religion?
Well, no, I'm not against religion. I've seen what it does to some people, and I think it's overrated, to be honest. From what I've seen, the gods are only in it for themselves in the end.
But if they're in it for themselves and they help you along the way, isn't that ultimately self-serving?
I don't like to be used. And from
But
what
you'd be using them.
Yes, but who's really in control? You've seen what the types like Nomus and Lore can do. Are you ever the one in control?
They don't seem like it. Well, no. Like,
You've met Lore, yes?
yes, I met Lore. He's kind of stood there. But yeah, we met him. But, like, they always seem like they're in control and they know what the heck is going on. But, like, ultimately, they don't have much control over their followers. Like, unless they're solely in it and their sole purpose is to do, like, that thing. Those are, like, the crazy religious people that we'd, like, stay away from.
I mean, generally, we only hear of extremes in the world. Those who go by the middle ground often go unnoticed, so...
That's true.
I don't think there's any real moral wrong in serving a deity. It's what you do in that service.
Serving Orcus, alright!
Which one's your favorite? I know we don't have a lot of deities to go off of, sorry for
Well,
that.
there's
But
a good list.
All of the Forgotten Realms ones too you don't know about, so there's a lot.
And some of them I'm altering their background because sometimes it's stupid.
And a lot of them are dead.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Of the ones I've met, neither of them are my favorites. There's...
You've only met two? You've met as many as I have?
I've
You
met-
weren't. You went there.
She was there.
I know.
Yeah.
What?
You were there for
Oh, wait.
lore, but you
Oh,
weren't
right, I
there
forgot.
for Gnomes.
Well, Daniel kind of brought back some information about Nomis.
Okay,
true.
well, true.
Plus our Dana serves some.
Well,
There
if you
are
ever
a few.
find
there-
one that you think is legitimate, could you let me know?
I will. The twins that I spent most of my life growing up with, they spoke of a deity from some land far, far away where their heritage comes from, and that one seemed to be, well, it seemed like someone I would align with, seeing as how on the path I am right now.
Does it have anything to do with the song?
Oh, that, no. No, the deity's name was, Tiki. She was a dragon goddess of protection. Specifically,
Get that finger away from me.
specifically protection of those who can't protect themselves.
Get that fingers away from me.
But I don't even know if she would have any power anywhere near here.
The only kind of fingers we allow by our face are the ones made of chicken.
But if I come across anything that seems a little bit less maniacal than what we've experienced, I'll let you know.
Thank you. Because I've been interested, it's just they all seem crazy. Alright, we get back to the boat at some point. Are you going to wake up anytime soon?
I have no idea.
You wake up.
No, let's
On the
walk
way there.
into the boat with her unconscious.
Unless
That would
you
be kind of cool.
unless you'd like to remain asleep.
I would like to remain
Okay.
asleep just so that way I see everyone else's reactions. That'd be kind of funny.
My child.
440.
As soon
my
as
poor
you-
child is 2 years younger than me.
As soon as you get closer,
You're always right.
Ardana, who has dark vision, calls out that, hey, we have our friends.
Friend-ho.
A couple of the locals shout some words of like,
Oh.
hey, maybe don't try. Okay, they're already running. And Taliesin, Jason, and Ardana rush over.
I'm leading with a torch.
I'm following with.
I'm following the group to meet up with them and make sure everything's okay.
Okay, you do have 1 hit point right now.
Okay, cool.
Tells them, hey, how's it? Oh my, what happened to her?
Do we
She
have
had an
Ardana?
encounter with a hag.
Ardana's there too.
Here,
Can you heal her?
I can help too.
I could use a bit of practice. So you just kind of like put a hand on and like it just
Okay.
flows out, or like do you? Is there like a?
Not the time.
She is not
Dent
in
would
danger.
know, Michaela does not.
Okay.
How does
You
healing
slap the
hand
life
work?
into them.
Basically, you make a conscious decision to activate your divine source of health to push it into them.
Like your own
Kinda
health, or like
No, we.
That would
have-
be an awesome ability.
That would be an
That
awesome
would be
ability.
really cool. But there's a
Ooh.
healing
A
pool.
life domain like paladin, just like take it.
that would be
So
I have 100 hit points I can give. I die though, but I have 100 hit points to give.
I give you half, and then I get immediately
I
struck with a
I
fireball.
describe what the process is, and I'll go here. I'll show you. I'll give her like 5, and then you can try.
Okay.
So I reach out and I give her 5 of the.
Okay.
He wants you to touch his hand.
okay.
No.
It was so deliberate.
Ben over here
Um,
caressing the monster manual.
Hey.
I give her.
the waifu manual.
Oh God!
We just need
Get out.
pictures. Throw it on a pillow.
He not deliberately put his hand down.
So
Rhea immediately
Make a
wakes up and
wonderful
starts freaking out and
crocodile.
pulls out her
You're
mace while
being
she's
being
sleeping.
held.
I
You're
know
okay.
that.
You're
I'm
okay.
trying to reach
okay.
for it while I'm in
You're
her
okay.
bed.
You're okay.
You're
It's
okay.
What the heck just happened?
You're
You're back
okay.
at the boat. You're
What?
okay.
Ardana
It's
gives
okay.
you 10 more hit points.
What do you mean I'm back at the boat? Where's that girl? Where was that girl?
It's fine. You're.
The hag.
You're
Why
not.
are you holding
you're
me?
not-
It's a long.
I'm going to
Just stand up.
set her down now. I don't know what happened there, but you were knocked unconscious.
I put my hand on your shoulder.
Your face hurts a lot, by the way.
And
Which
you
side?
have
Left,
16.
The
What
you have a.
the?
Does anyone have a mirror?
Wait, do
How
I have
much?
something?
I have.
Anyone with an entertainer's pack?
The one thing you all
Alice
told
has
me
a
not
mirror.
to get.
What
Can I use like the sword to like reflect?
I have a vial of perfume. Can you see your face?
Well,
What
look.
happened in there?
I just keep staring at the mirror.
The building.
The building you went in started to
falling.
sink. We went in there and we found you lying face down in the water.
We ripped you out of there. Sarah held you for like an hour. How long was I gone?
Why
Like an
was
hour.
she by herself?
It was part of the trial.
Are you serious?
I failed. Made us.
You didn't fail. You're still alive.
And I kind of just walk away.
No.
What?
You didn't stop. What happened? What happened in there?
Maybe.
Met the Hags.
Give her.
She's a jerk.
Don't tell me what to do. What happened?
Failed a wisdom save. Twice. I don't know. I was talking to the hag. She was a really mean person. Kinda egged her on a bit, and then I'm here. With this.
Come. We're gonna walk back to her room to get. So we should know.
Cabby sees you walk away. You, everything alright?
Don't want to talk about it.
I would like to send First Light after them.
Okay.
To go with them.
Oh,
No, land on her shoulder.
Oh, that's
She
cute.
needs it.
You have an
Okay, I
owl on
think
your
I
shoulder.
sacrifice.
Owl kind of nuzzles you a little bit.
Oh, okay.
We're just gonna go like sit in your room and get out like I have scented soap. We're gonna like get you a bath. It's gonna be a nice night.
Are you okay?
More or less. Suffered no physical injury.
Yeah. How about mental?
Let's just say I learned some things about myself and those related to me I'd rather not know.
Been there.
Apparently I do have a sister.
Oh, I've not been there.
What?
You have a
And
sister.
she's my neutral triplet!
Do you want to talk about anything? I know I'm new, but I'm a good listener.
I don't know if I have anything to say yet. I'm still processing it all.
But whenever you want to talk, I heard you introduce yourself as Serenity to some and Sarah to others. What do you prefer I call you?
Sarah or Serenity, either way, whichever you prefer.
You don't have a preference?
Not really. They've sort of become interchangeable to me. Serenity is the name I was born with, but Sarah is what I use in my professional field. So, as adventuring is kind of a gray area and all of that.
Okay. Well, if you ever choose which one you prefer, let me know.
I will.
Would you like to come check
So,
So what happened after everything? Did we just
Now that I've
leave?
like checked
You
on
didn't go in,
everybody,
did you?
I'm gonna go back to help with the boat and stuff.
Okay.
We had no choice.
Yes, you did.
No.
You could have walked away.
No. We had to at least store up enough wishes to bring you back to life if you died.
Enough wishes.
That's not even.
That's not.
The job, whatever the job was, to at least gain recognition with the people or whatever. The lady I talked to said that her sister, who was the person you met, was the worst person in existence, and that she could possibly help us. On
Really
top
upset
of
that
getting
I can't
us.
speak out of my familiar.
Can you see with your
I can see and hear. I can see and hear and smell out of my familiar.
Why don't you
Oh,
just
that's
come in and join
terrifying.
us, weirdo?
No,
Don't use the bird.
I'm not using the bird.
You are so using
I'm
the
not
bird.
using the bird.
We have no proof that you're
I'm
not
letting
using
you
the
two
bird.
have a moment.
Okay, the bird's on her shoulder.
And
No, I'm holding it.
Eavesdropping.
I'm not.
taker.
I'm not
so-
using the bird.
no,
Then
that
I'd
one,
like to use my action to not use the bird.
Understandable. You are not using the bird.
Emotional support animals.
literally, that's what he sent it for.
Gunsmoke on the other hand. No, I'm kidding.
No, pretty much.
Sarah said we didn't have much of a choice. I didn't see her.
Maybe your life's worth more than the stupid reputation.
What?
Maybe your life is worth more than getting a stupid reputation here. Ever think of that?
To get the boat fixed to leave, we have to be able to talk with the people. They won't even let us help. They won't come and help. Unless we have some sort of reputation. They won't even let us into the village. Like, we can't get people to come and fix the boat. Sure, one of us could have done it. Just one of us. Maybe one person who could have succeeded and then talked to all the people. But apparently we decided that 3 people needed to do it. Once we got there, I didn't really see a way out of it other than 3 people needed to do it.
I was doing fine up until the hags.
It all made sense. You came. It made sense to you when we went.
Yeah.
The only downside was you got hurt in the process. We're lucky we were able to save you.
Thank you.
You okay?
I will be later.
Should I rub the healing potion on your face?
I don't think that's how that works.
Just like a dab?
It's a scar.
Healing potion
That's like-
face mask.
What, by putting the heal potion on your hand, you're like, oh, it's gone!
Can I get you some aloe vera?
Just for giggles, roll a charisma check.
Oh, okay.
Just add your charisma modifier.
Do it with my not purple dice.
Do I need to do that?
I think it's 15.
15? Okay, cool. As some time goes by, and it gets later into the night, and is there any point where you're kind of by yourself?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
I don't really
So you can
sleep. So.
Nyamfoodle walks up to you and just kind of looks at you, and he pulls up one of his pant legs,
Oh, no.
and you hear a click, 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 and he pulls off from his boot one of his legs,
What?
and he has it, and he just kind of sits down. You see there's the nub, and he just kind of rubs absentmindedly. He's like, you know, for those of us who live long, there's some things we maybe can't forget because our bodies won't let us. I don't know what happened on your path, but just wanted to, I don't know.
Show off your leg. Show off your
Know
stuff.
that you're
I
not
don't know.
alone.
I always knew
That's
that
a
it's
show off of
dangerous
stuff.
to go adventuring, that some things can happen, but I have lore on my side and he wants me to do well, and I'm making a good story. And all that time my mom, she had been adventuring, she always came back okay.
Well, I don't know what your mom was when she does adventuring, but I can tell you one thing. The things that make notable stories, interesting characters. I mean, how many times have you heard this one? Gruff, grizzled, older man. He's probably white and straight and uses either 1 or 2 swords, kicks down the door, kills all the things, and has this, I'm getting too old for this, and wanders off with whatever chick of the day. Yay.
A few times.
Do you remember all their names? Because there's a lot of them.
No?
Now, how many times have you heard of a young half-elven or full-elven or not? What are you?
I am a wood elf.
Okay, a wood-elven a child bursting into a room, mace in one hand, dragonborn and Goliath at her heel, with a scar of an old rune from a witch gone wrong. As she eyes the steely, desperate situation, she decides on a quick course of action. Meanwhile, behind her, a masked tiefling leaps into the fray with an owl or some crap.
Well-
Thanks, Gran Torino.
And
I guess
then,
that
barreling in, a short, beautiful man, dual-wielding giants, mowing down all of his enemies. And also, sorry, I got distracted. What were we talking about? Oh, this was about you. Sorry.
I guess that makes me the first one, huh?
First one, what?
The best stories are always the most original.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. And I give him a hug.
He gives you a hug too.
Oh.
And then he also picks up his leg, puts it back on.
Yeah.
That was adorable.
And as a shooting star goes overhead at the night. We're going to call it here for this episode. And it's no longer Friday the 13th at the Hags. I'm Ben Anderson.
I'm Kelton De La Cruz.
I'm Corbin Poole.
Cambria Pool.
Michaela Line.
That was fun.
That
was
was a
amazing.
lot of fun.
Bye-bye.
Sayonara.
Bye.
See ya.